Hello, I'm Daniel Bloodworth. We are Easy Allies, and this is the Easy Allies podcast. Huber is out today, flying back from an event. I'm not sure. He might actually be home by now, but, long day flight, all that stuff. Not going to make him drive all the way back.
A lot of jet setting for Huber this year.
Yeah.
It's all over the globe.
Yeah, we're going to be going soon again.
Good.
Just a little over a week away.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don's
So
like,
this is.
get out of here.
What's that?
Don's like, get out of here.
Oh.
I love when they travel. They come back with all these rad pictures.
Nice.
Huber, I can't wait to see what Huber ate in New York. Do you think he ate a hot dog, street dog?
I hope
Yes.
so.
I've got fingers crossed for that.
He was
Huber
there long
doesn't
enough.
traditionally eat well or take care of himself.
When he travels, he does, doesn't he, though?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so this is gonna be also. This is a weird week in terms of releases, so like we didn't have that much to drag out here and talk about this week. We had
This just in, bad episode incoming.
Yeah.
but I'm just saying it's gonna be a weird unhinged episode.
Yeah.
We got this guy over here.
I'm gonna
Put Don
with
on
his
the desk.
shirt.
I'm bringing the fire. Don't look at my shirt,
Don't
though.
look at the shirt.
There may be illegal elements to it. I'm going to block it with the microphone. Carry on.
I was at a preview event today. We had the stuff. We had the Indie World Showcase we just watched. We got THQ stuff. We got Fumes. We got sales numbers. We beat Donkey Kong.
Ooh.
But yeah, so we got this guy here, Don Casanova.
Happy to be here.
We got Michael Damiani. And because they did not want to be on the desk, Isla Hink
What up?
in the control room with Gabby.
Yeah.
There they are.
When did you swap out that mic fuzzy?
Last week.
Yeah,
I
because
changed it to pink
nice.
now. I have a bag of many colors.
because it wasn't there when we started last week.
Blood.
And then I looked
Yeah.
over and I'm like, this looks like the color of a peep.
It did.
It looks edible.
Yeah, Blood called it out. Uncanny resemblance to a magenta peep, and it took the rest
These
of
are
it. Took,
traditionally yellow, yeah?
well,
They're yellow and
I
pink.
guess they're
and
pink
magenta, that exact color. It took every bit of strength for me to not eat that microphone cozy.
Blood, we went to Sockerbit and got a bunch of Swedish fish
Nice.
and been eating them. I shouldn't have told you because I didn't get you any.
Aw.
And I know
That's
how much
okay.
you
Don
love
didn't
them.
give me any papooses this week either. So.
Yeah, actually.
He needs to
you
wrap
don't know
his
that,
baby.
Blood.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Papoose night.
Give him a
Okay.
papoose
Okay.
to wrap his child.
Anyways, friends, we're here to talk about what's new, what's news, what we've been playing. I already went through the rundown. Nintendo Indie World. For some reason, Nintendo did a direct last week. Did a partner direct, third-party partners, and this week they got a Indie World with also third-party partners.
Yeah.
A little quick 15-minute guy.
Yep.
Sixth party.
I am not sure if any of these games were unrevealed before this.
Perhaps that underwater one. Was that revealed?
I don't know about.
That was the only one
yeah,
I think I didn't
but that's
recognize.
so it's tricky sometimes. You just don't know.
Glaciered and
Glacier.
well-worn. Well-dweller.
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 Yeah,
A
those are
catchy
the two that
title.
I'd not heard of for sure.
Yeah.
The other ones, some way or another, I've heard of these. I think,
Yes.
for the most part. But we'll probably go through these fairly quickly. But first off, Mina the Hollower, which Yacht Club has been working on
Yes.
for a while.
Yes.
Don, what do you think of this?
Oh, this is the same thing everyone thinks. It's a beautiful game. It's lovely, like the world, the action, everything. We've even gotten a little taste of it already. Yes, Damiani, there's been a demo, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We
Well,
played
they-
it on.
They're
Right,
putting the
yeah.
demo on Switch today.
Okay, so that's the big
Yeah.
news. That's the reason for this announcement. So yeah, it's a great way to open it. Like you said, Blood, not a surprise, but definitely a beautiful game and perfect for the Switch hardware, I think, right? Anything retro inspired, plays great on the go.
I wouldn't necessarily say the hardware, more that the form factor, right?
Yes.
That, like this is a good game to play on the go,
Oh,
on a
yes.
plane or something like that.
Yeah, and the hardware, because it's functioning good, you know.
It
Right.
begins.
You say, okay, here we have the Switch 2 in action. Doing what it can do here, well.
And coming out on both platforms, Switch and
Yeah.
Switch 2, on the 31st of October, which is nice.
And Damiani, you love this, right? Mina,
I thought,
Hollower?
yeah, it was. I just had to get over the immediate comparison that like everyone was throwing out to Link's Awakening, and I was like, okay, dissociate from that, and had a very good time with it after that for sure. Yeah. I thought it was like a little bit more challenging than what I was expecting, but still pretty good. And looks good. Soundtracks, from what I've heard, is pretty good so far. And yeah, I think I think we already knew the October release date.
Yeah,
I think that
that's the thing I was trying to see if that was new or not.
Halloween's a good time for this game.
Targeting
so
Halloween.
I feel like,
Next up, we just mentioned it. Well Dweller, creator of Crypt Custodian. This is a little animated Metroidvania game with some grim backgrounds. I think you're like a little, I don't know, you're a little crow guy or something.
Yeah, looks like it.
And there's these sprites and things like that, but there's just like skulls and decaying bodies in the background a lot of the times. There's one, I'm looking at the Steam page, and there's like this real creep city, like just have a campfire in front of a person's body. Yeah, and then you got this like Alice in Wonderland freak.
He looks like that like Stinky Cheese Man book art.
oh.
Yeah, you play as Glimmer, a tiny bird armed with a matchstick who must burn the wicked queen
Burn, baby,
Hell
burn.
to save his family.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah. Dark fairy tale landscape.
We're just getting so many Metroidvanias.
Yeah, tough.
It is true.
Tough for a Metroidvania to stand out, right, Damian?
Yeah, exactly. You got to try so hard to stand out now. So.
And that one has a unique art style to it. It's just a matter of like, so much of it I think is honestly the first thing that'll grab you and an appeal.
I think you got to have like art style, the main character design, and then probably like some gameplay hook on top of that.
Yes.
So
it'll be interesting to see how widely that one appeals to people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Neverway, which is the horror farming sim.
Oh yeah.
Plus combat, plus exploration, plus relationship building, plus a woman in a bathtub.
Yeah,
Like
that looked
there's so
relaxing.
much happening here. This game is very interesting. Very like monochromatic art style. You got kind of like this sort of muted colors, like the blues and purples and greens and all that. It's very it looks like the game is perpetually at night in a way, but I really loved the cutscene art as well.
I do too.
Very nicely detailed.
Oh, and look, that looked like the sword, the Thundera sword or something, right? The Eye of Thundera.
from
Right.
Thundercats.
Thundercat
right?
sword,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought that too.
Good. All right. Maybe it is.
See what I can find out
It's a
about
nod.
this.
Yeah, at least. No, the art style in this really, only a few colors, and it has an awesome look.
Yeah, I mean, another saturated genre that needs to you have to do crazy stuff to stand out. So
Yep.
definitely, accomplishing that, just from this trailer alone. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of the other elements, I wouldn't even, initially you're like, okay, is this just another farm sim with crazy stuff? It's like, no, it's got all this action stuff in here too. So I think that's a good thing. I mean, maybe, mixing it up a little bit and throwing in so many, other elements in there so that you're not just predominantly, farm sim.
Yeah, and 2026 is a release date, Damiani. So I'm thinking it's interesting that they get a game like that into this short little show right now. They start to pull out some 2026 releases like that.
Oh, Disaster Piece doing the music. That's right. They said that.
Yeah.
After quitting her dead-end job, Fiona starts over on a farm and becomes the immortal herald of a dead god.
Immoral
That happens.
or immortal?
Immortal.
I thought you said immoralism.
Why not both?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Nightmarish life sim RPG. So much going on there, but it looks cool.
It's pretty good vibes.
Hurdling. We've seen quite a bit of this before. I played it at GDC.
Still looks good.
Coming out pretty quick, actually. August 21st. So that's 2 weeks away. But yeah, I think this trailer is nice because we get to see, I think, what feels like a lot deeper into the game. There's a lot more environments here. Whereas in the past, we've just sort of seen the beginning, which you kind of start and you find one of these calicorns, just sort of off in like a street corner in the city, and you're trying to help them get home, and then you find other members of the herd, and you grow your herd.
So this is the same herd that's getting bigger and aging, maybe, or who knows?
Well, you're
like
finding more
Yeah,
as you get deeper into the game. Yeah.
I would have loved to see
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I would have loved to see just one shot here at the end. Did they show one with where you had like 100 critters or something?
I don't know.
I don't know if it's good that big.
Looks like you only get 5 or 6 max. I think it looks like you get
There's
5 or
a
6
little
max.
more than 6 in some of these, but yeah, But then too, Don, I think that you can lose some if like.
Oh man, that
predators
would
and
upset
stuff.
me.
Yeah. So. But yeah, I've been looking forward to this for a while. Oh yeah, the crazy book zone, whatever the heck's going on there.
Yeah, what a world this is.
Yeah,
This is some fairy tale.
Very nice.
Isla,
Yeah.
is this seat taken?
Yeah, this looks cool. It's like a sort of a logic puzzle with figuring out where people will tolerate being sat or placed in a area. So sometimes a bus or a museum or a cafe or whatever. But they all have like, sometimes normal or sometimes outlandish little requirements to as to where they will like to be sat. So, yeah, it's sort of like I really like those logic, like Einstein logic grid puzzles or whatever. So it seems like kind of a bit of that sort of a vibe, which has me interested.
Yeah, one thing that I saw really quick in one of those shots, there's like I saw them say, "Oh no, mosquitoes."
Oh no more mosquitoes.
And it looked to me like rather than the solution being moving them somewhere else, it was to get rid of the mosquitoes. So I think that's another way to like kind of like stretch your brain a little bit. Is like, oh, it's not just about who goes where.
Wait,
Yeah.
holy shit. Sophia was showing me this thing. This is not related to anything. But Sophia was showing me today that there was a study done in 2019 that showed that mosquitoes listening to Skrillex didn't bite or mate as much as mosquitoes who were not listening to Skrillex.
Okay.
This is a real thing.
Blasting Skrillex in my backyard is
Apparently a
way
scene
better
from
than lighting up a
Marriage
bunch of
Story goes very well.
citronella torches. I can tell you that.
So I'm saying just blast
Just gonna
Skrillex.
deal with angry neighbors at that point who are just gonna like bang on your walls and stuff.
It apparently disorients them and makes them like unable to like. Yeah, it's
like-
wonderful.
Just like the human being.
Yeah,
Amazing.
much like Skrillex's effect on the human animal.
That's pretty neat, actually. That's like Mars Attacks or something.
Yeah.
We found out how to defeat the mosquitoes. Everybody blast Skrillex. Roll down your windows.
Little Kitty Big City's getting a update on August 27th called the Picture Perfect Content Update. Free, getting some more customization tools. So you can make your kitty look more like your real life kitty.
It's a good looking cat already, just like right there.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
And then there's more stuff for photo mode and all of that. So quick little guy there. What else? Content warnings coming. Ball pits coming. Ultimate Sheep Raccoon.
Like a sequel to Ultimate Chicken Horse. I guess?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah. Looks good though.
Side-scrolling multiplayer madness. I know we played it like way back in the day.
Chicken
Yeah.
Horse, yeah. Maybe
Did,
back at
didn't
like game trailers. It was like a long time ago.
Yeah. I don't remember much about it though.
You like made the level and then people had to run it, but it was all simultaneous. You're like laying down platforms or something. I don't know. You wanted to lay down platforms so that you could jump, but the competitors couldn't or something. I don't recall.
The new one is Sheep Raccoon.
Winter 25.
Sheep Raccoon.
Yeah, it looks pretty fun. I mean, it looks like it could be
Ultimate Sheep Raccoon.
Oh my God, chat! You're so right. Content warning should use the Switch 2 camera.
Oh,
it's
Put
not.
your little face
We
in
don't know if it
there.
is.
It's got to.
I hope that they. Well, is that the one that had a different release date than for Switch 2 than Switch 1? Maybe that's what they're doing.
Integrate that camera.
I don't have it. No, that was Ball Pit, actually.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Ultimate Sheep Raccoon on Steam just says 2025. Bike racing party game. Build the course together. Add obstacles and traps. Take the lead with power-ups. Race to the finish. There you go. Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh, yeah, then we had the freak show. Glacier, shark birds, underwater.
What are these hybrid?
Advanced avian creatures.
Avian. It was like
Looks freaky.
Some kind of hybrid
Swimming.
creatures.
Fighting dinosaur things. It's in the future, but they're all dinosaur-like. It's craziness.
Yeah.
What do you think, Don?
I don't know. I mean, it could be really interesting, but then this is the kind of game that, like, you want to be more visually impressive for me. I think does make a difference. It makes a difference. So this is the kind of place where you want to see something visual. It just looks... it could be fun.
It was like so combat focused. You're like killing all these like underwater creatures. It's like...
Yeah.
Why don't you, like, I'd rather explore and, like, destroy stuff for, like, puzzle solving. Like, like,
that's
objects
a good point.
Underwater. Yeah.
We did know about this one before, so I just found something from a couple weeks back.
Glaciered.
It will be at Gamescom.
This holiday.
65 million years in the future, Don.
Hey, they stole my idea.
That's a nod to dinosaurs. There gotta be future dinosaurs, right?
They stole my idea.
They stole my idea for Wave Race. The next Wave Race is supposed to be set 65 million.
Tuai.
That's a big twist.
Tuai is what the creatures are called.
Okay.
Descended from birds and successors of the dinosaurs. So they were dinosaurs.
Oh, it's a natural evolution that
birds,
led to that?
and now they're dinosaurs again.
Jeez.
Basically.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know. Good. Yeah, like, it's hard to tell. Maybe we need to see more on that. I just don't quite understand what the hook of it is. Yeah, because it does seem kind of combat focused, and that's
Also,
not particularly, you don't see what's special about it. But then as well, you're like, well, we're underwater exploring.
You have a hideout, apparently.
Is there...
Craft
It
and
seems
strengthen
like the
your
environments
wings.
were that... I mean, maybe it's underwater is difficult to sometimes do variety with environments, but...
Well, you think of something like Abzu,
Yeah, but then you have like examples that are like, no, there's ways to do it. But I mean, it could just be like it's early. And,
Yeah, we may need to see more of it. I think if we
variety
saw
later.
more, yeah, could be interesting.
Yeah. Cool. And then we got a montage. Winter Burrow's coming to Switch.
Cozy.
Undusted. Tiny Bookshop, which is out today.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I have a Steam code for that if you want it.
I would rather buy it on Switch too.
Okay. Caves of Kud, Strange Antiquities, Opus Prison Peak, Go Town, and UFO 50 is also out today on
Hell yeah.
Switch, which is great. That's the
Does
game.
it have cross save?
Yeah, that's something we were wanting, right? For a Switch version of that game.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's like, again, what we're talking about, like a perfect handheld game.
Yeah.
There we go.
I mean, I played that. I played UFO 50 on my Steam Deck, so I can attest it is a perfect handheld game.
Another one of these, I felt a lot like this last week too, where it's like, okay, this is quite a few good games here, but I'm not super excited afterwards. Just like,
Yeah.
okay, we got these.
I think that's the main issue here. Yeah, it's like none of these games look bad. All of them look fun and neat, but nothing to get excited about, especially considering this is a brand new console that's out right now. You want to be thrilled. And I think they've put themselves in a tough spot right now, even though they're wildly successful.
Yeah.
I think this kind of stuff is disappointing people, these showcases, this mini showcase and the last showcase. Like, of course, yeah, they could have been grouped together. Even grouped together, though, it wouldn't have been like, nothing to kind of put much excitement in the air for these Switch 2 releases that everyone's looking at.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely still feels early days on Switch 2, where it's like it plays older games better, and then there are 3 games on it, It feels like waiting for more really huge Switch 2 games.
Yes, and I think that's what, we keep waiting for, and it's an odd thing, I think, because they had such a runway on this. They had so much time. The continued success of the Switch. They had just so much time to plan and really bulk up their forces and do whatever they want. And that's why it's like as soon as they reveal some of these bigger titles or more exciting titles that we at least expect are in development, they must be, and they just haven't revealed them yet. So once they reveal them, though, you're just wondering, well, like, what's up with this release schedule? I think that's what I'm thinking with the Switch 2. That's one of the things that's bugging me about it, is because it just feels so manipulated in, like, you know, just like we're going to release the system with one essentially game that's a must-have, right? And then we're going to have this block of time that people just have to buy this game. And then we're going to do that again with this other block of time. And at some point here, we're going to start to see some more exciting holiday releases, I guess. But it's just, I don't know. I think the expectations are so high. It's a strange rollout, you know? So people that are
but like we're seeing, you know, with the Xbox and PlayStation as well, like we're in multi-platform times, right? It's like, it's hard to get anyone to make an actual exclusive. And so that's what we're saying. It's like, these are all like, there's quite a few great games in this showcase.
For sure.
And they're just not exclusive. We just knew about them already. You
right.
know?
And so that's why it's kind of like, what's so special about the Switch 2? Like, why is, first of all, you know...
But we want to play Mina the Hollower on a handheld. We want to play UFO 50 on a handheld. Winter Burrow, I think, is a good fit for a handheld.
Couldn't the Switch 1 handle all of those? Perfectly. Perfectly.
Probably.
Some of those it is handling.
Right. Perfectly. And just the same. And so that's the issue, I think, is like, look, what is this Switch 2? We're wondering. It's a underpowered system with no gimmick. The Wii was an underpowered system with a great gimmick. Then you had the Wii U, which was like an underpowered system with like a not so great gimmick other than Super Mario. It should have just been released as Mario Maker, the system. And then it would have been great. Make it bright yellow, like the construction yellow. Then, you know, you have the Switch, which again was like an underpowered system, but with a great, not even gimmick. It was just like a great design system, you know, swap between the two. And then the whole excitement of having all these retro games, arcade games, just all these games available, even though you're underpowered, you know, people were critical of that. It just was okay. But now you're like, well, what is the Switch 2? It's an underpowered system, again, right out of the gates. And I don't even think anyone could claim to be like truly dazzled by any of the first party big hitters that we've seen so far. We're hoping for it. We want to see like what's a holiday release. Anyway, end of diatribe. So that's the criticism. I think like, right, is I don't know if you agree, but it's
I think
what is the system and why are we buying it for so much money?
Well, you're buying, you're buying it for the first party and to be able to continue to play these things on the go. But there's also the people that like, they're only on one platform, right? Like most people only buy one console at a time. So. Oh, sure. Yeah. So it's nice to get all these things there for sure. But I've definitely seen though, because of the lack of dev kits out there, like the gap there, right? Because I get the Nintendo list where they show like everything that's released every week, and like. I've gone through some of those with you, right? When we're just waiting for things to process and all the weird little things. You know, and there'll be like some weeks there'll be like 50 or 60 Switch games that get released that week. And right now it's like the lists are like, okay, here's like 30 or 40 Switch games, and here are like 2 Switch 2 games. I'm like, oh, okay.
But yet the eShop is still like filled with shovelware and hentai games. It is. So it's like bizarre. We're in a weird middle ground where because nobody has a dev kit, it's like the 2 or 3, you know, first party and like third party games that were allowed, you know, like Cyberpunk, Donkey Kong and Mario Kart. And then, just a bunch of like stuff that's shoveled over. And like some of that is good stuff, actual stuff. But the shop is just so full of crap. Like I was saying, when I actually checked out their little recommendation thing, it was like some of that stuff was older, but I was surprised. But I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. I dig that. So that also that benefit of the backwards compatibility stuff. So you don't really have to worry about whether it's on Switch 2 or Switch 1 unless there's a Ninja Gaiden thing with the frame rate. But
oh yes, that was disappointing.
Anyways. Next up, we had another showcase last week. THQ Nordic did a showcase. We won't be going through everything from there. There was a couple of those trailers, Don, where it's sort of like this, where it's just like, this game still exists. Recreation and Wreckfest had trailers like that. It was like
checking in.
It wasn't even so much. I mean, I guess you could say that, but it wasn't even like here's some new feature or reveal. It was just like, this is the game again. with a different trailer.
They did that with Wreckfest too.
Yeah.
You're saying, it's interesting kind of rollout for this Wreckfest 2 that's like got me wondering, I mentioned it before when they had the early access already, which feels like a while ago. And then they've been kind of doling out a little bit more into the early access as we go. But it's like, and then this kind of stuff, check-in, you're like, is it, when they do this sort of thing for that type of game, is it building excitement or like eroding it in a kind of weird kind of way? Because it's kind of just dissipating the energy of it without really adding more fuel to the fire, I don't know.
Yeah, it's strange
because by the time it
Recreation
drops,
was one where I felt like that trailer is like, again, like this game exists, but if you hadn't gotten like the earlier trailer that actually like pitches what the game is, then it's like, I guess there's cars in here.
Okay.
So I don't know. One of the big announcements, though, Titan Quest 2 went into early access.
Nice.
Alongside of the showcase, and that's actually doing pretty well from what I understand.
Excellent.
A lot of people in there playing that. Very Diablo-esque kind of game if you're not familiar. But the big thing at the end, Darksiders 4.
Here we go.
Announced. So they add a teaser in here, Don, and you get some really like these close, this kind of teaser. It was like you get the close-up shots, you get some flames. You're not sure what you're looking at. Just like, wait, that looks familiar.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know what that is, kind of thing. And then you have this voiceover asking, "You would wage this war alone?" And they said, "No, not alone." And then you see all 4 of the horsemen. Finally, the game that they've been leading up to for
building
over a decade.
Sick! Look at that.
Yeah.
What a reveal!
All right. That's cool.
Flames coming out of the horse's nostrils.
It's been like 3 was. I mean, there was nothing between this and 3, right?
There was Genesis, but that was before 3, right?
I'm not familiar with that one.
Yeah, I remember
was it like a
spin-off,
or was it more? Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's been like a while since like if that's not a mainline one.
Yeah.
It's been a while. And like 3 took place, it was like concurrent or something. Because I played 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, 1, 2, and 3
so I
are all
remember
concurrent, I think.
Like 3 was happening during 1, and it was like very like, it was different than the other ones. Because the other 2 were more like Zelda-like games. Yeah. This one was different, but and it was also a different character. I don't even remember. Anyway, it's
each
cool
one's been a different character. So you had, I think it's War, Death, and Fury. I think was 3. So
there you go, completing it with the 4th one. There.
What's the 4th? Famine or something? What is the 4th?
I don't know off the top of my head. If someone could find that information,
here you go. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are.
But it has to be the Darksiders 4 horsemen because this is going to be. Its own thing,
it's not the.
It might not be exactly the thing.
That's right.
But it does say that it continues where the original Darksiders left off. Does say third-person action-adventure
Death,
game.
Strife, Fury, and War.
Strife.
Okay. Got it.
So no pestilence.
Combat, traversal, and puzzle solving in a lore-rich post-apocalyptic world. The Steam page lists single-player and co-op.
Interesting. Co-op.
And then it sounds like you can play as all 4 of them. I don't know if you pick and choose when, or if they're going to have their own levels, or how that's going to be.
Or even a swap out kind of mechanic.
Yeah.
Within the stages might be kind of sick.
Yeah.
All right.
And this is from Gunfire Games, who have made not only Darksiders 3, but they've made Remnant and Remnant 2. And also, I didn't know until I was looking into it today, but there's a lot of the staff that were originally at Visual Games who made the first 2.
Oh, good.
So
that's good.
Very good hands. A nice mix of everyone bring it forward.
But Darksiders was 2010. Darksiders 2 was 2012. Real quick turnaround on that.
That long ago? Jeez.
Then we had the original THQ blow up and Visual getting shut down. And then Darksiders 3 was 2018.
Oh, wow. That was more recent than I thought. Even though that's still 7 years ago.
Yeah. But. So, actually, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, 6 years between Darksiders 2 and Darksiders 3, and now 7, maybe 8 before Darksiders 4. But
Yeah, I mean, it is great that Darksiders gets to keep going.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, this might be the thing that completes the story finally. So,
I feel like unless it's like blows up, this is probably like hopefully you get at least a nice send off here if it's they're planning to wrap it up, but you never know. You know? Sometimes Series C revivals after a few years like this, and they blow up.
But you actually played all 3, Damiani? Because I've only played 2.
I played a bit of 3. I forget what we played it for. It was during Easy Yay.
That's what I was thinking.
It was like at Jones's garage. I played it at Jones's garage for something, and I can't remember what. And I just remember whoever was playing with it pointing out like it's happening. That was the big thing. They were saying like, oh, it's literally happening concurrent to Darksiders like 1 or whatever. And I'm like, really? That's like I like games that do that or stories that do that because you see like a different perspective and you're like, when are they gonna run into each other? You know, kind of like that. I mean, Ballerina, most recent one, and John Wick. It's like, how are they gonna like meet and stuff? Because they were talking. They show it in the trailer, obviously. Yeah. So where is it taking place and stuff?
Yeah, it looks like we played Darksiders Genesis. So maybe that's what you're thinking of.
Oh, we did play Genesis? That's funny.
Genesis. It's spelled
Which
like
is that one's the top-down hack and
Yes.
slash.
Oh yeah, that one's that's way different.
Yeah. Anyways, play this. We got a new SpongeBob game coming, Don. You excited for this?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm not a huge
That's a good
SpongeBob.
response.
I'm not like a huge
That's a good
SpongeBob fan.
response.
I know Gabby loves SpongeBob.
Is
Don't
it
you,
a
Gabby?
platformer?
Yeah, what
Yeah,
kind of game
it's-
is
it's
We're
very-
all too old for SpongeBob. Besides
Yeah.
Gabby.
SpongeBob?
My brother was really into SpongeBob as a kid, but not. Well, okay, I see what David has.
Oh, okay.
What is going on?
Oh, I thought you were just being weird.
No, I told you David Hasselhoff's in this episode.
Yeah, he wasn't lying. There he was in this trailer.
He actually sings throughout this whole trailer. This is a really good trailer.
When David Hasselhoff sings, it's great.
Yeah.
Like the Guardians disco, and then the other weird '80s music video he was in like a few years ago was great. He was like, permit denied. He goes, you have to register those guns as lethal weapons. I forget what the song's called, but it's hilarious.
Yeah, this looks neat. Just like a 3D sort of platforming action game.
Yeah, so it's very much along the same lines as the Bikini Bottom remake, and then the one they just did in between. They did another original sequel as well.
Keep making them. People like these. A lot of like I think people who of a slightly different generation grew up on these, the original SpongeBob games and have fond memories of them. So continuing to make these games, I think is, it's a good thing. I mean, I would be curious. I kind of want to like ask my brother if he even like is aware of these games.
There's a pre-order butt,
multiple
Don.
butts.
You have to pre-order to get the butt.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
Really?
sometimes it is worth it to pre-order, folks.
Oh dear.
I think the art style is really neat, though. It's so hard because they never did do a 3D show, right? There was never a version of SpongeBob that was 3D. It was
There
always
have been like
Gabby
There have been
says they
spin-offs?
did a
gags, 3D gags and stuff.
Yeah, the movie, of course, but a little bit different than the art style, but it looks nice. I don't know. It's always hard, awkward thing to do sometimes to make that jump.
Yeah.
So the game looks neat. Oh, look at all this. Where's the butt? Where?
How long has
I didn't see the pre-order bonus.
a version of THQ had the SpongeBob license? I feel like they've been like with
that
them
goes
forever.
back. Yeah,
I was like, this is like with the longest running license. I mean, people probably argue it's not consistent, but because to change of THQ. But I'd be kind of like I always associate THQ and SpongeBob. It's been so long, like almost like 15 years.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're the main company that they've always had the license, probably. Because you think about like when THQ was in its prime was like when SpongeBob was coming out. So, yeah.
It looks so good, honest. I mean, just as without being a SpongeBob fan, just the gameplay alone and look of it looks fun. Fun little 3D platformer.
Yeah.
And they got the Hasselhoff. That must have been pricey.
Or is it?
I think it is, right? Hasselhoff is still a major celebrity.
What's it cost on?
I think he might have done some
Cameo?
SpongeBob gags before.
Cameo.
Too.
That's what's called. Yeah.
They just had him do this on Cameo. Get edited.
Didn't tell him what it was for.
That's what they paid for. They sent him the TikTok link.
Yeah.
Here you go against the green screen. Here you go. Here's what you asked for.
It looks fun.
Beautiful bikini bottoms rendered in 3D. Look at that.
Next up, The Eternal Life of Goldman.
Here we go.
Goldman.
Talking about animation, this game with its like very detailed hand-drawn animation. We've had an eye on it. It looks gorgeous. This trailer goes dark.
Oh, God.
Like I was not
was not
expecting it.
expecting
I was not expecting it to go this dark. I was just expecting like, cute little indie Indiana Jones kind of thing. A lot of it is because of this voiceover delivery, which you're not hearing if you're just seeing the video or whatever.
Yeah.
But basically, like, there's this woman telling her child about Goldman, like she'd known him from way back. She's reminiscing about when she met him and how cool he was and how amazing he was. And then she starts, like, the tone of her voice starts to change, and she's like, he got greedy and he could be cruel, and then you see this shot of him like ripping like the tail off of this animal and like just the spine coming out, Mortal Kombat style.
Oh,
Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Disemboweled some critter.
Pretty violent here, Goldman.
Yeah, that didn't seem necessary. It seemed like
What
they was trying to
happened?
get away also.
And then the narrator, like, she just starts getting like so much more upset that she starts like yelling at the child. And she's like, he made me believe in nonsense. One day he'll come back and he'll pay for everything.
Jeez.
Like, she's just like, so it's like, this might be the villain that we're hearing from. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then like the trailer, like the VO ends with like the child just like kind of like sobbing and like apologizing like to the mother.
Oh, God.
It's like, I'm sorry,
sounds
sorry.
fun.
Like just
What-
wanting to be
what-
accepted, and like while you're looking at like, pre-order now or whatever. I'm like,
Sounds fun.
yeah.
There's some, Sorry, the gameplay also looks like insane. But also, like, there's some other violent stuff that he's doing to some creatures here. It's like, what's your motive here? But yeah, that animation style, man. I mean, I know it costs probably a lot to do good animation like this, but it makes me think of like Cuphead, doing such a unique animation style and have that fluid motion. Are we going to see more games that try and do that? Because in those the early shots, it like has like that filter as well. It wasn't quite like going for Cuphead. It reminded me a little bit like Popeye animation for a second, like his hair in the wind. It was like that effect. But I mean, gameplay wise, this looks really really cool. Honestly, I mean,
Yeah.
I like some of there's like a shot where there were like horizontal like bars of like the level was like shifted a bit. So like when you went up like far enough, like you got distorted and like you like moved further right or left. So like it was messing with your platforming judgment, your depth judgment, which is pretty cool. So like things like that are pretty awesome. And it seemed like probably other cool effects they're doing with that as well.
Yeah, no, this looks really top notch to me because the thing that stands out is like anytime they do a game like this, it's often, like Cuphead, kind of action platformer 2D. But like with this level of animation on everything, the background, the character,
really
everything
crazy.
is like you're in this cartoon. This is like the world is completely animated like a cartoon. And so often cases when it's a game attempting that kind of thing, I think the gameplay ends up having like a little bit of like sort of slipperiness to it, or maybe something that's not totally tight about the gameplay platforming action part of it. But when you watch the actual mechanics of the gameplay in here, you're like, this is rock solid platformer. You can just tell by looking at it. It's not one of those things of like, well, I need to get my hands on it because I'm not quite sure how this is going to play, because you're seeing the character move. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing the Goldman, traverse the world in such a way that you can see how solid the mechanics are, yet at the same time, it's just like a visual, feast of like animation. You're just like, you're like in a living
you
cartoon.
feel like every shot, like you want to rewind and look at it a couple of times, like, what is happening over there? What's happening back there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So many crazy little things.
Yeah, it's always impressive when like this part, for instance, like just the way the little hyenas were animated, and then he's landing on, and how it like doesn't mess up any of the animation. Like somehow everything just stays perfectly coordinated with your character interaction is always impressive when it's like this style of animation.
Yeah.
Hand drawn sort of stuff.
And then the last one I wanted to bring out is Fate Keeper, which I don't know whole lot about. I think this might have been just announced at the showcase. My top line take on this is it looks kind of like Elder Scrolls with an art style.
Ooh. Some good-looking skin there.
That art style. All right.
But no, it's pretty cool looking. It's got some really dynamic combat and stuff, to where like, you know, when you hit somebody with a sword, like it feels like you hit them with a sword and not just like a bot that's gonna stand there. And similarly, like with the magic and stuff, like things getting pushed back, guys that, you know, you can kind of like do the telekinesis thing and grab and toss across the room and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that feels good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it just looks really nice.
Nice
Lighting and stuff
stalactites
too.
there.
Yeah. First-person action RPG that blends intense melee combat.
First person.
Yeah, that's what I said. Elder Scrolls. With precise spellcasting in a richly handcrafted world.
Oh, here we go.
And
Gameplay
of course, they talk about choices mattering.
Okay, yeah.
Ooh, it looks good though. My goodness, it's wow.
I mean, yeah, it does look like a step up from Elder Scrolls visually.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious what Huber will think of this one, because like it does seem like something he might get into with the feeling the kill.
Look at that weapon. God, feeling the kill with that, like skull mounted on a club with horns coming out of every direction.
Yeah. It's a cool setting, like this like ruins in the mountains, and like you're going like underground into some of these ruins. It seems quite queer that you're doing here. That's kind of cool. Oh, look at this
dragon
monster.
beetles.
Yeah, look at these things.
Really
Those
neat
look
creature
deadly.
design. Oh, feasting. Oh, okay, was that the guy at the beginning of the trailer? Just taking a bite out of his spine.
This Minotaur guy just chomping on somebody. Yeah.
Hey, we need the meat. We need the Minotaur meat. Come on.
Oh,
guys.
yeah, the
Where are you?
Minotaur meat.
Where were you?
Got you
Where are you
cooking.
Tuesday?
Oh yeah, and there's a couple of shots where just like full on just taking off the heads of these guys too.
Yeah.
Snapping neck.
Oh, God.
Leaving his
like
head
this
in
Doom
half.
all of a sudden.
Split the brain.
Kicking him in the face to get the sword out.
Wow.
The Doom, the Dark Ages. Here we go.
Brutal.
There we go.
It looks nice, you know. First person, actually. I mean, whatever. The first person stuff, yeah, it's not always my first choice, but it looked smooth and what they're showing right there. And, I mean, it looked pretty like I like the little slowdown effects, you know, those little minuscule bullet time things that were happening during the little combat sections. I don't, you know.
Coming to early access. That would raise a red flag right there.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
Why
there's
would
like
that?
early access.
I like it.
Oh, he
Yeah,
doesn't want to
it's
be in the early access, but
I
I don't think that
know.
means he doesn't want to play the game.
Yeah, that's true. But he wants the game.
Yeah. Paraglacial's the developers. I wonder what they've done.
Paraglacials. A
Paraglacial.
pair of glacials.
Paraglacials.
I got a paraglacials. Ace high.
Are there glaciers that are like paragliding? Maybe.
Oh, paragliding glaciers. Let's make it happen. It'll be the way to fix the ozone or whatever.
I'm not finding anything other than this
We
game.
fixed the ozone, I thought.
Oh, we did?
That was back when.
Oh yeah,
people
that we
cared
did
about
actually
the
fix that.
environment.
Okay.
That's the one thing we've
They
managed to
fixed it.
fix so far.
All
That
right.
was part of the lie that they sold us all on in the 90s, that humanity cared about itself
Oh, yeah.
and would
They
do
don't.
things to save itself.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
seems like this might be their first game. So
Heck of a way to kick things off.
Yeah.
Dang.
Nice.
High bar.
all right, Don.
Here we go. Thrill me.
Switching from news into some hands-on impressions. We don't have a whole lot of hands-on impressions this week,
Okay.
but Don and I got a little whiff of some Fumes.
Oh, yes.
See what you did there.
Easy Allies is running on fumes. That's a good thing, though, in
I
this
mean-
case. In this case, it's a good thing, Isla, because we're playing.
okay.
We're talking about the game. But get in there on patreon.com, Easy Allies. You know, it doesn't hurt to fuel it up.
Oh, is this the
But in
same
this case,
game?
we are talking about Fumes Blood. Yeah, tell us about it.
Yo, this looks cool.
Tell us
Wait, is
Retro. Yeah,
It's
look
like
at this.
fucking
Frickin'
Twisted Metal over here.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
Mad Max Twisted Metal kind of thing.
It is
Actually,
good.
Yeah, I like Twisted Metal is an easy thing to compare because it is car combat, but it doesn't really feel like a Twisted Metal game in any way to me.
Yeah.
Also, So I played through like the first 3 bosses or so last night, not counting this prologue boss where it's like one of these moments where it's like you're destined to die. There's no way you're killing this thing.
I'm destined just to die.
But then you get the titular Fumes.
Oh, this is when I fell in love with the game, Blood. Right during this scene, I said, "What the hell's going on here?"
Wait,
The
you
Fumes
play
from-
as the Fumes?
I
Your
like
fumes
this.
go
I like what's
from
happening.
the car that died
What?
to possess the next car.
Watch this, Damiani. We're
And that's how you keep going.
Yeah.
in this
What if you
game.
go too close to the windmills?
targeting.
And then similarly, when you kill
it.
the bosses, you absorb their fumes. You suck
Oh,
them
and you
in.
get their powers or something?
Yeah, well, you can use their car type.
Then you can make bigger cars?
Okay.
Yeah, there's different car types that you can use. So you have like all of these different ways that you kind of like customize the car. What's that?
Sorry, keep going. I'll ask my question when you're done explaining. Sorry.
Yeah, so there's like this guy named Scrapper, and he's got like this mobile base.
There it
and
is
you like
on screen.
honk twice, get in there,
cool.
and then you start just tuning your car. And what's crazy is that while you're in there tuning, he's actually still driving around out in the world. So when you come out, you're like, wait, where am I now?
Yeah,
I love
somewhere
that.
else.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay,
Dude,
this
this
is what I
is
saw a
sick.
screenshot of. In this screenshot, in that wall back there where you first drove in,
Yeah.
there's like cars hanging from the ceiling. Did you see something like
You can
that?
store additional cars. I haven't actually.
But are they like
had
on
more
like
than one
a
car.
looks like a IV running into them or something? But like what the heck? Sorry, it's on the Steam page. Like one of the first screenshots is like, wait, what is
Got
this? Anyway,
But yeah, so there's a whole bunch of like standard car bodies that you unlock, like the chassis, which is like the shape of the car. But then like your suspension is going to be like your kind of wheels. So like you can have like your regular set of stock wheels, but then there are also like tank treads. There are also
Yeah.
like monster truck tires. There's all kinds of different things
Nice.
there. And then your slots also vary by car. So
Yeah,
the,
weapon
slots are
slots,
your your weapons, and they're also for your cargo.
Yeah.
So some cars will have just
Cargo.
like 2 weapon slots, and they can't carry any cargo. Others will have like specifically like 2 weapon slots and 2 cargo slots, and then some will have like kind of like an interchangeable slot. So you can put a weapon there, or you can put a cargo slot there.
now when you're carrying cargo, like is that like something you bring back to like? What's the purpose of like the cargo? Can you lose it?
You can. So you can. You might have bandits that you come across out there who will be like, "Hey, give me your cargo," and I think you can give it up, or you can say, "No way, Jose,"
Yeah.
and
I like that. You can choose.
and you
Fight
can
back.
you can also come across random
yeah, you
people
can also
and demand
other
their
people-
cargo.
other people's cargo too.
So it's
yeah.
kind of like
Oh, all right.
And so far, what I've seen with how the cargo works is so there are different events that you have to do to like unlock the next boss. So they're like just regular skirmishes,
Yeah.
and you'll just see like this like red cloud, and you drive into the red cloud, and then like you've got to fight like 3 waves
couple
of
waves.
enemies.
Yeah.
There's this crazy gravity well thing. I
Oh,
came
this
across
thing
that
was
it sucked up.
I
and
thought it was a
knocked
UFO
half
when
my
I
health
found
out.
it. What is it? Because I found it in the middle of a field, and then it looked just like a blurred UFO, and it did that thing to me. Then it like flew off.
Yeah. Oh, and the other thing is, if you stop moving at any time, these like thorny vines come up and start damaging your car, start like
Yes.
locking you in.
And if you like, I left my car idle, like I went to the other room, came back after a few minutes, and it was like burning with like all these vines. So they like progress. The longer you leave your car idle, these vines just come up from the ground and start destroying your car. It's so rad. The game has a bizarre, like mystical, weird, indescribable mixture of, right? I mean, it's just not a car combat game. It has like this other layer to it.
It's interesting because it feels like there is some kind of story going on, because like even when you're fighting a boss, there's like always been like a second wave, but the second wave is like the Grim Reaper comes and like refills that guy's health bar and like
Yeah.
and then so this is the delivery, Damiani. So there are these anomalies out there, like these like weird
Anomalies.
tornado, and there's like
Dude, there's tornadoes?
Yes.
Can you drive through them and live?
It launches you.
Well, here's the thing. Right
Well, not this
now,
one,
I've
but-
only delivered so much stuff to him, and the tornado is marked as hostile.
Yeah.
But I think once you deliver
All right.
enough things, then
You
the
can
tornado will be
befriend
your
it?
ally.
Oh,
You
And
can
attack
befriend
other,
the tornado
attack the other car.
and command it? Okay. That's a good one.
But for
I like
each delivery that you make to the tornado, it gives you more parts. And so that's the thing, Damiani. When you have like this, if you get like another weapon that's the same weapon, or you get another like chassis that's the same chassie,
A dupe,
you
yeah.
upgrade. You basically scrap it and upgrade the one that you've got, and so you just make the one you've got stronger and stronger with the more parts that you get.
Got it.
I came across a tornado though just in the middle of a field.
Yeah, they're
and,
all
like,
over the place.
Yeah, you drive into it, Damiani, and it'll just like launch you super
This
far.
is
It's
what
awesome.
the Wind Waker was missing. I couldn't recruit the tornadoes. I could summon them and whatever, but I can recruit them to like come be by my side and do cool stuff like that. Now, can you command them to attack other cars?
I
assume so.
haven't befriended it yet, so I don't know.
I would assume so.
We
I don't
need
know
an
how that
update on
works.
this later. I need to know if you can command a tornado to go after your enemies.
Yeah.
But Damiani, here's something that I know you won't be into, but I would at least recommend giving it a shot. This is maybe like one of only a handful of driving games where it'd be like, you actually should play this mouse and keyboard.
100%.
Like, this is a mouse and keyboard
I
game.
started on
all the
controller
way.
and I was like, oh, dang it. Just you need that precision.
Oh.
You're constantly swinging the camera in
'Cause it's like,
360
you're
while
you're-
driving.
as you're driving forward, then you like swing the mouse
You just
around
need
and shoot
precision,
it in front of
yeah.
you or behind you or wherever these guys are rolling around.
Yeah.
And then for your guns, like left trigger is one gun, right trigger is the other gun.
Yeah.
So like I tend to have equipped like left trigger. I usually will have like the quick machine gun. And then the right trigger will have either a shotgun or like a missile launcher or something like that.
You got triggers on your mouse?
Yeah, those mouse buttons.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
And then the design of the cars kind of makes a difference too, because the third car I got was like this big van
Yeah.
that's good for hauling a lot of cargo, but the weapons are on the left and right sides. And so then I could only shoot guys that were on the left
180
or right
whatever, yeah,
side or
180
forward or
degrees.
backward. Like I couldn't shoot somebody from the opposite side of the
just swing it
car
all the
with
way
that
around,
weapon. And so it was kind of tricky to like get used to. And it's like, okay, this guy's more durable. This guy holds more cargo, but I've got to like figure out how I'm going to do my weapon balancing and how I'm also going to work with, navigating like how I'm driving when I'm fighting guys like that. So yeah, there's the skirmishes. There's also convoys.
Oh, yeah.
And so with those, you've got like a big semi-truck kind of thing and a bunch of escorts, and you've got to take out the
Mad
escorts
Max, here we go.
without
Bunch of
hitting
Mad Max nods.
the convoy, like without hitting the cargo truck.
Yeah.
Just
if
walk
you
away.
hit it, you start getting yelled at by scrappers. Like, hey, keep that cargo intact.
Yeah.
So,
How's the music?
it's sick.
It's interesting. It's super sick.
It's
but
like-
it's like very intense too. I ended up
Yeah.
after playing for a while, I kind of had to turn the music down.
Oh, did you?
It was
They've
good,
got a few
but
different tracks.
there
in
was
It's still in
something
early
about it.
access.
Yeah.
I should mention that. It just came out in early access on the 28th. Oh yeah, this is the cargo.
How
thing
would you
here.
describe the music? It's like electronic, sort of like some of it sounds
No,
almost like rockabilly,
it's rock,
like
yeah, it's like
kinda
rockabilly,
rockabilly heavy, like bass sounding.
Definitely feels like something that would fit in
some like
this kind
dirty
of, like,
rock or something.
post-apocalyptic Mad Max kind of world. What else did I see?
One question I have though. So
Yeah.
just to confirm, the environments are procedurally generated? Because it felt like that, but I wasn't.
don't
I haven't played it long enough to
know.
100%, but I'm pretty sure they are. It seems like.
I don't honestly, Don. I don't know that they are. I kind of don't feel like they are.
You didn't
from what
feel like
I've
for me,
played. I feel like
yeah.
there is a map. But
I haven't gone back to it enough. I just played like for 2 kind of long sessions, and so I haven't gone back enough to be like, is this
I
all
was
the same
surprised by the
terrain?
number of like different environments I've been in, because I've been in like those kind of like
Right.
scrapyard areas. I've been in these like very like
Snow.
more straight desert, but I've been
Yeah.
in snow. I've been in the forest. It's
Everything
really,
comes out of nowhere. That's why it makes it feels like you just go from one to suddenly you're like in snow and you're like, okay, but it feels like a procedural thing happening in a good way, though. I would say if it is procedural, I like it because I almost never like procedurally generated stuff, honestly. But for this game, if it is happening, which it feels like it is, I think it's really nice, actually.
Yeah, I also I came across like a more swampy area last night.
Oh,
where,
I haven't
there's
done that
patches
yet.
of mud that actually like really slow you
Oh.
And that's the other thing I want to bring up is like the physics in this are so freaking cool. Like you just get up to speed and start bouncing across the landscape and stuff.
It feels quite good. Have you had a lot of opportunity to upgrade your suspension? Because that's the only category that I haven't received much gear for, and it feels like that's what I need the most, because that's kind of my only critique. I do think it has good physics, and it feels really fun and good, but the one thing is it just has, and I assume it's just because I need to upgrade my suspension, but it has like just a little bit of a too much of a lightness feeling to the vehicle. I don't know why it's missing a little bit of a heaviness. And I just feel like that could be because of the upgrades.
I think some of that has to do with the starter cars. I mean, you're starting with some lighter cars, and like
the tank has like a little heavier.
The tank treads definitely feel a bit on the heavier side as well.
Yeah.
And then this is the one I was talking about, the van kind of one with the guns on the sides.
It just has a tiny bit of little sort of like light bounciness to the whole thing in gameplay, but it's still just extremely fun, this game.
I really like the look of it, too.
Yeah, this crazy...
if you're watching the B-roll and you're like, what the heck is going on? There are a bunch of different filters that I was experimenting with. So, like, there's a standard filter that has, like, this dithering and stuff going on. But there's a bunch of other things, like a black and white filter.
Oh, look at this storm. Here's Mad Max.
Yeah. VHS. Oh, yeah. And then you can turn the filters off entirely and just run what they call clean.
But even clean, it has a little bit of this. What would you call the
retro? Like
it just has
textures,
like a gradient to it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice look.
Yeah, it's really great, and I think there's just like 4 or 5 guys working on it, and I looked at the guy's profile who sent me the codes, and it's like he actually works at 11-bit on like Frostpunk 2.
That's awesome.
So I guess this is just his side project. I didn't ask him any follow-up questions, but
I love this game, Blood. I love how it just immediately puts you into the action without like telling you anything, really. Just like you just immediately kind of figure out. It just surprising. Goes. It's just constantly moving forward.
Title. Now you're driving.
Yeah.
And now you're here's a little tutorial, and now you're blown up by this massive machine.
And it's never really explaining anything. It's not explaining like, oh, this is a boss. This stuff is just happening, and you just get it, and it's just fun, and it's just constantly moving forward. It's just like, and you die. your fumes go into another vehicle. It's just this continuous thing about it that it's like, and the impact of the explosions is one of the things, when it's like,
you leave the deep tire treads in the dirt too.
Yeah, you sink into the different kind of surfaces, and then you just feel the impact of the bullets and the explosions of the other vehicles in a really nice way, So just this high octane vehicular combat really is like that Mad Max thing that so feels like you're kind of in some of those scenes when you get that car exploding and the husk is just cartwheeling through the air and bouncing next to you and everything. It's like feels so good. You get all kinds of aerial action sometimes where I was like, fighting packs of guys, and then we'd be like taking giant jumps and like shooting each other in the air, and you have one of these things explode in the air. It's like just super satisfying.
Yeah, it does feel, in a lot of ways, it kind of feels like dogfighting, right? It's sort of like a dogfighting game, but you don't have to worry about the height as much.
Although, I don't know, it seemed like perhaps there's going to be area. I don't know if there are, but there's been a couple of things in the air, like that weird little gravity well thing, whatever, right? I mean, that was an aerial.
I don't know what to do.
So I don't know if they'll end up having.
I wouldn't say that you would go in the air necessarily.
Because you can aim anywhere. You're not fixed.
Right.
So.
As I've gotten like a little bit deeper in, I've seen like some other like weapons on some of the other cars where like guys are coming at me with like flamethrowers.
Oh, and saws, the big like
the guys that just
arms
like
with saws
have like
on them.
saws on the front of their car and they just drive into you.
Yeah.
And then some landmines and stuff. Moon looks freaking sick. It's a fun game. And I think it's one of those ones too where like it's a good game to like get a couple of rounds in, like do a couple of bosses, and then like come back again the next night.
100%. That's what it feels like.
Can you customize the little keychain in the corner? That
I haven't seen a customization for that, but there is quite a bit of customization available. Like you unlock a bunch of different skins for each car chassis, and then you also unlock a bunch of stickers, and you can change the license plate on there. But you will lose, like when you die, you will lose that license plate and get a new license plate, which is great.
I'm going to change them all to Don's ass. You know it.
It wouldn't be the first time it's happened. What was that vehicle?
That was Horizon.
Okay.
My license plate Horizon 5. Or
the license
plate.
So
I wonder if I just had clicked create new on that screen, Damiani, if that's when you would have had the cars and the
Got it.
It's a good thing to point out, Isla, though, about the keychain. It's just like so many things about this game. Yeah, it's just charming as hell. Like the HUD, the HUD it's the HUD. Look at it, but it's like kind of like parts parts of your dashboard displayed as the HUD with all the information, and they're bouncing around, and you hear the little keychain like dingling around and stuff as you're bouncing across the landscape. So it's just like, oh man, everything in this game really gels, the design of it, and it's just got a bunch of neat, odd ideas that I'm so curious to see how deep it's going to go, because it feels like they've got some interesting kind of secret stuff happening so far, you know, where
there's
you're like,
a bit of a story.
I think there's gonna be.
I mean, I think there's an implied story.
There's definitely like an environmental
like
story sort of happening,
said.
though. You come across these like abandoned sort of cities, and like, I don't know, it seems like there might be something that congeals into a story. And you have these characters saying dialogue that you come across. It's just very short.
Yeah, well, that's actually kind of the one. Yeah, it's funny things like when you kill guys, you know, like they'll just be like this
brief
kind of
little
like
interaction,
little death bark over top of their head. One of them I think is funny is if one of them still says "wish list me."
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was funny. Yeah, that was funny. Wish list me.
But yeah, it has a bunch
like
of this unlockables there.
Yeah, another nod. They love Mad Max. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, so early access right now, super fun to hop into if you just want to get a feel for it now, and then who knows how long it'll take them to get to 1.0, but definitely curious to see how it gets fleshed out.
Take a whiff of those sweet-smelling fumes. Oh, yes.
We've got more to come, but if you've been enjoying this show so far, please take a second to like and subscribe. Ring that bell on YouTube. Get in there, leave some podcast reviews and all of that stuff, whatever service you'd like to use. That all helps us, and it helps you stay connected. And now, a word from our sponsors.
When we're young, we dream of being all kinds of things, like an astronaut, a president, a paleontologist, an eldritch horror, pulling the strings of reality. But as you get older, your dreams change and focus less on running reality and more on how you can take your skills and ideas and turn them into something tangible, something that you can see and taste, touch. Instead of dreaming of going to space or owning your own castle, why don't you start dreaming of owning your own business? But you need a lot of stuff. You need a website, a payment system, a logo, a way to advertise to new customers. It can all be overwhelming and confusing, but thankfully, that's where today's sponsor, Shopify, comes in. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the United States. From household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started. But what if you can't design a website? Shopify has got you from the get-go with beautiful, ready-to-go templates to match your brand style. And if you need a hand, get help with everyday tasks like enhancing product images, writing product descriptions, or generating discount codes with Shopify's AI tools created for commerce. And if people haven't heard of your brand, Shopify can help you find customers with easy-to-run email and social media campaigns. And if you get stuck, Shopify is always around to share their advice with award-winning 24/7 customer support. Turn those dreams into and give them the best shot at success with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/allies. Go to shopify.com/allies. Shopify.com/allies.
And if you are a patron of Easy Allies, thank you. All right, Damiani, we finished Donkey Kong Bananza.
Nice.
I know we don't want to spoil, but I want to get you in there and see what you want to say about it.
Can we just give a spoiler warning and just please?
Yeah, let's do it.
Spoiler warning.
Like it's so restrictive.
We'll say spoiler warning for a few seconds.
No, I have to listen to it.
Oh wait, that's true.
Oh,
yeah,
I do too.
That's
well.
We really shouldn't.
The thing I want to talk about is
mind.
not specifically. I don't think is.
We can handle this spoiler.
This is more of like
I don't know.
Damiani's got something on his chest. He got to get off. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead,
has nothing with Pauline. It has nothing to do with Pauline.
Well,
I'm not going to talk about anything to do with Pauline. How about that, Isla? Is that okay?
Okay,
They
sure.
said too much.
I won't talk about any spoilers with Pauline. The thing I want to talk about has nothing to do with that because it's a huge moment for Donkey Kong fans.
But I don't know if we should talk. Oh,
I don't know how we can talk about this because like this is one of the biggest things, and people are going nuts about it.
How about Damiani talks about it while Don screams?
Okay, tell me if you want louder.
Beyond that, like. Yes, there's something freaking amazing that happens.
Yeah, because the thing is, I didn't get spoiled. I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, I don't.
I
haven't gotten spoiled, but I gotta guess.
I had no idea what they were going to do with everything, and it's like beyond my wildest imagination. I'll say that it's beyond my wildest imagination what they do with like the ending sequence.
You're making me interested to finish now.
Yeah. What I will say about it, that I think is the most spoilery I will go is that. When we were first seeing this game, we were like, oh, Nintendo doesn't care about canon and continuity and timelines.
I knew it. I knew it.
This proves that entirely.
I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, I knew what this was leading to.
The Donkey Kong timeline is cemented with this release. Okay. It's more concrete than the Zelda timeline at this point.
It's the most concrete Nintendo timeline.
Yeah, this was
of maybe like Xenoblade or Fire Emblem. Yeah.
The Xenoblade, it goes into like, no, this is it. This is the most definitive timeline is Donkey Kong, like bar none. It is. Anyway, just seeing like, I basically got to the halfway point when we talked about it last time and seeing what they do with the remaining levels, the remaining Bonanza powers, like the elephant one. Like, I just cannot say how awesome the elephant Bonanza power is to me because you know how I was going around destroying environments with explosive rocks and everything? The elephant lets me fulfill my fantasy of annihilating I'm the destroyer of worlds. Yes. I just suck everything up and it vanishes. It's like the nothing from the never-ending story. I'm just like, there is nothing left except the core foundation of each level. And it's like, beyond that, I know that like it's fun, it's just pure destructive fun to do something like that, and I like how it's like creative in that way. But the later levels, what they do, how much they mix things up and throw curveballs at you, I really like that. Also, the boss fights feel like they evolve as well, and they evolve with the powers that you get, the Bonanza powers, and have various ways you can approach them. And I think they did a very fantastic job in the later levels of not just designing. Earlier we talked about, and the last time we talked about it, I talked about how levels were designed around the Bonanza powers, not just like as a one-off gimmick, but constantly are pushing you to use them and reuse them over and over again. The further levels, even though they introduced there's like two more, I believe. They're also encouraging you to go back and use the other ones as well in the new levels, and they're designed around that. But you don't have to. And again, to reiterate, unlike some parts like the Breath of the Wild, the Tears of the Kingdom dungeons, I brought up this example last time. I don't feel like I'm cheating anything by just circumventing stuff, because it's not even circumventing. It's the game wants you to do this.
Oh yeah,
it's part of the fun factor.
Quest points multiple times. Like, oh, I guess I'm not hearing whatever dialogue was supposed to be over there because I'm doing the thing after it.
So it's funny. I kind of like slowed down later, Blood. I actually started like talking to more NPCs.
Nice.
I started to like go to the exclamation marks and see the level as intended. And there were a lot of times where you would do something and it's like, I think I'm gonna have to go over there at some point. But like, I actually like, can I go over there now? I might have to go back later. And there's some like, they start doing, I don't know if this is like where they can go in the future, but a few times, because the map has the different sub-layers for them, even within like a unique sub-layer, like sub-layer of 500 will have like 501, 502, stuff like that. But like when you're in the map, the real-time map, and you can go down like a layer, there are some things from above layers that will impact the layer below directly in terms of like a puzzle you need to solve to get like a banana. Like a crystal banana from there. And it's like, because I was like spending all this time in one of the later zones, like, how the heck do I get this crystal banana? I've tried everything. And I'm like, wait a second, what's above it? I'm like, oh my gosh, do I have to like, I was like, wait, what? I have to find something above? And I was like, okay, because they taught you that things within the same layer, you can impact, no matter how vertical it is, things can impact below. Now now it's like it's not just as simple as diving down those giant holes anymore.
Oh, that's
it's
cool.
like there are other spots where you might find something where you will interact with that. I'm like, that's kind of wild and cool. And then just the themes of the final worlds are like really good. Like they maintain that high level.
Yeah.
And
What I really like too, Damiani, is that they continue to mix up the size of the different worlds, so that like it doesn't feel like each and every theme is like this same gigantic length. You know, that you get some that are a little bit faster and shorter, and
they're like faster if you are just going through the critical path, and like there are parts I was confused because like there are levels that are very horizontal, there are levels that are extremely vertical. So there was one like I was like kind of confused. I felt like I was going through it way too fast, and upon revisiting it, I was like, I missed so much. Like there's like a trash dump world basically, where it's just like, this is a mess, and you're just like digging through the garbage and trash, and I was like, oh, okay, but like it had me go through it really quick, and then all of a sudden I was falling to the next major layer. I was like, wait, there's got to be more to that, right? And then when I went back to, I was like, but like the way you explore, it's so densely packed with like the trash that I was like, I can't even see stuff in here. Like, how am I supposed to like navigate in here? It felt so claustrophobic, but yet there were like opening the map and seeing the list of bananas, like, oh my gosh, there's a lot here to do. And the thing I like is, another thing I like that I didn't pick up on, I mean, I picked up on, but I don't think I articulated very well the first time we talked about this, is those treasure chests you get that give you the fossil maps, that give you the banana maps. Like, you can also buy those from a shop vendor.
Yeah.
But those things, like when you are trying to like complete the game, 100% completionist, we need the economy will you're gonna get destroyed by economy in this game. He was so wrong about like his thoughts on the economy. You get annihilated on gold. I was like, it was like a drought. I was like, where's the gold? I need the gold right now.
To get like, everything it's gonna take some work. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, like I was like on fumes. I was like, oh please, I don't even have enough for like one tiny thing to buy right now. And like I'm running out of like, I need more balloons, because they have these challenge things that are locked when you beat the game. So this is the coolest thing. And they do these, you revisit the elders that give you the Bananza powers, and they have these giant challenge environments that are like, look like something from like you'd expect from the N64 era of like game design. It's like floating blocks and shit. Like it's like there's no, it's not really it has cohesion, but like it feels, the only unifying theme is it looks like the shrine, like the Donkey Kong's version of shrines. But otherwise, like there's one where there's like floating like blocks of lava, blocks of ice, like the ostrich one. I was like, this is like, someone would be like a focus test would have been like, this looks so dumb because of the graphics suck in here or something, because there's just floating blocks of elements and stuff. But like in terms of gameplay, it's like, this is awesome. Like having to use like the peak of your powers and combining them all and puzzle solving. Like, how do I solve this traversal puzzle? How do I get to this spot? How do I overcome this this obstacle? And like, sometimes like it was like one of them I was like, am I screwed? I was like, oh, maybe it was something I didn't like think of as like at first, and I got out of it. It's like this, it felt so satisfying and rewarding. So that once you like after credits roll, like try at least one of them. Yeah, they're pretty long. Like take like about maybe 30 minutes to an hour to complete. They're like they're Donkey Kong's like Zelda dungeons. Okay. Except you kind of like just have to kill enemies or find a way to like traverse. Honestly, it's the closest to like the purest platforming challenging in the game, period. Yeah, and it was kind of like nice to have that.
Not as hard, but like it's very along the lines of like Champions Road kind of thing, where it's like, okay, you've seen the story, now there's a whole bunch of other stuff to do, and even some of the places that there's some spots that you revisit. Where they've actually added a whole bunch of stuff that you now have to use all of the different Bananza powers and stuff for. So
I like that. There were some bananas you couldn't get, and also all we talked about how you could like pay gold to build like temporary housing, which you have like the nice little like dialogue with Pauline each time you sleep. all the worlds have that. The older ones that didn't have it, they add it to them, so you can go back there and add those new checkpoints because you get fast travel to them. And then there's new conversations that you can have there as well, which is kind of nice. So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know. I haven't looked up how much time I've put into this game, but I mean, I
was shocked, Dominic, because like when I was saying yesterday when I told you that I was like, I had, it's like, like I had saved like right before basically the final boss, because like, all right, well, I don't want to like beat it when I'm like dead tired, right? And so I went back to it last night thinking, I'm almost done. I was like, oh, there is so much more.
That's good.
Yeah. I mean, I feel strongly inclined to like keep playing and like trying to 100% it, which is like what I'm doing.
Heck yeah.
I think there's like 777 total bananas, and I'm like at 689 or something. So closing in on that, and also like the outfits. Like I'm finishing maxing out like the gear you can buy and like doing the full upgrades.
I did complete the fossil type collection. I haven't gotten every fossil, but I've gotten every type of fossil now.
Yes. I started paying more attention to those, what they actually are of, and like now it makes a lot more sense. So I like this is great. I mean, now like for me, this now like raises the bar for what I expect from the next 3D Mario game, because we had Bowser's Fury kind of tease us with like evolving 3D Mario in terms of like it's not confined to a single course, even no matter how big it is. It's multiple course themes. It just needed better like theming and atmosphere. But seeing now Donkey Kong sort of do it, like it's not completely seamless. Like you do have those long dive sequences that you have to go through, but some of the scale of some of those levels are much bigger than anything you saw in Odyssey. So it's like if they can take a little bit of this and a little bit of what they did in Bowser's Fury, like they've shown two different concepts there, and it's like, what do they have cooking for the next 3D Mario game? Like even if it's like something like, is it Udon who wants Galaxy 3 so badly? Or I forget. Even if it's Galaxy 3, it's like they're going to do something wild with that. Even if they call it Galaxy 3, I mean, they're just going to drop you on full-size planets.
That would be excellent.
And you travel to different ones, and you get different. Yeah,
I always wanted that. I wanted those planets to be just like bigger, that you could go all around. I just wanted really big ones.
Yeah, and I think this game again, just reiterate, like even the later stuff I saw, like some of like was the future disco level area thing. I forget what it was, and then like the light area, like light thing, stone area, like visually, just like visuals, like I think it looks really solid for what it is, considering how everything has to be destructible. I was like, this is pretty good looking for how everything.
What's crazy, Damiani, is it's like we've had a ton of voxel games, right? And usually you just see them, right? Like you see Teardown, and it's like, oh yeah, that's a voxel game. And this game, there are a few tells sometimes, like when you see the textures when you smash something or whatever. But for the most part, like, you kind of don't. You kind of don't think that's what it is. It doesn't look like every other voxel game out there, which is it's kind of wild how much extra work that they put into making this art style work.
Yeah, and kudos to that, because it's really, I think it really looks good. I'm totally forgetting one of the transformation things, right? There were
that's fine,
because
the last two we don't need to say too much about, but
there was I can't even remember, because like the elephant is just rent free in my mind right now. Because every challenge I'm like, elephant, let's go, because it's just like but.
And the songs are so good too,
yeah, dude. The elephant one, the big elephant challenge environment post game one, probably the most satisfying one. And because I thought it was a master of the elephant, they actually got me a few times. I was like, wait, what? What am I? Because they did some unique things I didn't expect that you hadn't even seen before in the game. I was like, wait, what is this new mechanic all of a sudden? Not for the elephant, but like environment mechanic. I was like, for puzzle solving, I was like, whoa, what is this? Like, oh crap, I have to like really think. This is very puzzle oriented. All right, so very, very challenge. I think good challenge and very satisfying for sure.
Nice.
Oh, that's good news.
And yeah, dude, the ending credits song too. They kind of played part of it in that trailer, but it was like, man, why the crap am I tearing up at a Donkey Kong game? Come on.
Nintendo can do it.
Yep.
Yeah, even this environment right here, I was going to say, so I was kind of, it looks kind of
one,
nice and lush. It's not so barren as I was kind of thinking before, this looks a nice looking environment.
I came back here because this felt like a very more dense environment to me originally. I came back here with the elephant and sucked up all that, everything I could. I was like, clear it out, baby. This is a joke, but like, we're doing deforestation here. It's like, goodbye everything.
Strip mining.
And I was like, oh wow, like this is kind of crazy. Like, sometimes you feel like you're getting into a bad situation, but nah, not always. You can't unfortunately suck up the poison water though. Doesn't let you clear that out. But you can clear out lava in other stages.
Yep.
I was a fan of that. I guess it's because it's hot chocolate. It's molten hot chocolate. It's not actually lava. That's why.
It's actually yummy.
It is lava in some of them.
Okay, yes. Okay, if it is, it lets me suck it all up. So that's great.
Suck it up.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Sick.
Hell yes.
Yeah, it's so fun.
It's good news.
So fun. And speaking of Nintendo, we got their first quarterly sales report since the Switch 2 launched.
Oh, good.
So we keep getting these milestones, we're like one after another. See how
so this is more up to date than because this is worldwide, right? And
yeah, this is the actual.
We got Circana was just US
complete numbers,
and is for 1 month, and this is
So for the first 7 weeks after launch, Switch 2 has sold 6 million units.
Blazing.
Yeah.
That train is not slowing down. It's like the roller coaster that shoots you from 0 to 80. That's what it's doing right now. Like what was the Incredible coaster or the Mr. Freeze coaster at Six Flags. It's just like that momentum, just like whoosh, and you can't stop it right now. Like that's insane.
Yeah,
like that. They wanted 15 million sales in a year.
15 for the first year, and they haven't adjusted it up yet.
And they're at 7 weeks, and they did 6.
Yeah,
it's like you got 45 more weeks to do.
It's a good sign
9
in a shareholder meeting when you're just having to apologize that you don't have enough. Like, sorry, we know some of you are still trying to get some.
But how about the software, Blood?
Yeah, this is really funny. 8.67 million units of Switch 2 software. Mario Kart was 5.63 million of them.
Look at
including
that.
the bundles. They included the bundles for the Mario Kart. So, yeah.
That was a nice attach rate.
5 out of 8 games sold were Mario Karts.
Mario Kart just dominating. They knew what they were doing. That's why, maybe that's why they're not showing so many third-party games, because Mario Kart's just dominating so much right now.
What I was saying earlier, I obviously I doubt it's the truth, but it almost sometimes feels like that, Damiani. It's almost like you feel, when I was talking about manipulation of the market earlier, I was kind of imagining this dark reality where they're saying, restrict the dev kits. And then create this window. Each game will have 6 windows, and we're just going to make an insane attach rate for every game because there's no options. Sometimes it feels like that. Obviously, it's probably not the case of I don't think it's that, right? Is it the Blood? Would it be?
I think that they really
that PlayStation
really didn't
thing
want
is really
this hardware to leak because they didn't want it to take away from prematurely take away from Switch 1.
Yeah.
And so they were very picky about who they gave them to. And the result is it's going to take a minute to get more of those third parties.
Yeah. But it's making their sales.
The good thing is that
insane.
Nintendo puts out more first-party stuff than PlayStation and Xbox do, so we at least have a cadence of unique things to look forward to. But yeah.
Wow.
Some of them are not for me, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like Dragon Drive.
Oh, yeah. Is that first? Oh.
It's okay, it was the Switch 2 game this month. Don't need to worry about it. I got it.
I don't know if that counts.
One thing the only thing I'm curious about, I didn't see anything about this, is how are they tabulating if they're even tabulating like the Switch 2 editions of like Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. Are they just adding that to like the Switch 1? Like I
don't
see
actually
anything
know
about
that, honestly.
Yeah, I guess a little bit rhetorical, but like, you know, because I don't think there's an answer yet. I would like to know that
it is
answer.
a very interesting question because it's like, okay, if you sell a Switch 2 edition of Breath of the Wild, are they going to count that towards the Breath of the Wild sales? Mm-hmm. But then,
if they're counting separately, it's never hitting 50.
What if they do the
Hubert.
upgrades? You know, like who's, you know, are they, you know, doing those upgrades?
Because on their official site they list like the software sales, right?
Yeah,
and they show Mario Kart World with 5.63 million pieces packaged, whatever PCS stands for. But there's no other Switch 2 first like games on there. Like you'd think like Tears of the Kingdom did it sell like? I'm assuming they haven't sold 1 million yet,
right?
Because I think this is for like you have to break 1 million to make this list, even if there's not only one entry on here so far. That's Mario Kart on the Switch 2 tab. So I'm guessing neither Zelda broke 1 million sales at launch for that. That would be like my guess, but maybe not. Like I'm curious how they'll do that, but also I'm expecting whenever they do the next quarterly one, we'll probably see Donkey Kong on there. I don't think Donkey Kong obviously is going to sell as much as Mario Kart, but I expect it to sell pretty well. And almost, I'm just curious about like the Switch 2 editions because Mario Party is also, we also got Mario Party, and then there's another one coming up.
We've got Kirby coming.
Kirby,
yeah.
Kirby.
That's
going
to be great. I'm looking forward to that one a lot.
I'm looking at the actual report again now, and the only thing they show is Mario Kart World because the category is million seller Nintendo first party titles for the quarter. So
then none of
when we get to the full year, which is going to be almost a full year from now, like we'll probably be able to see more of that stuff and how it's impacted. But I don't know.
No, this is something to keep an eye on. I also don't it'll be interesting to see if Mario Kart World has a chance to sell enough in its first year. It looks like it might not if it's on its current trajectory, but selling more than the 10th place, the last place game currently on the Switch top seller list, which is New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, which is 18.36. I'm like, can Mario Kart on Switch 2 make it to the top 10 list of what Switch would have Switch software in like its first year on a new piece of hardware? Because that would be like something. I mean, that would show it might have the momentum to maybe eclipse Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which would be insane. They updated those numbers, right? Switch 1 numbers for Switch software?
No? I didn't write down software, but the Switch hardware is up to 153.1 million.
Oh, so close.
Nice. Getting there. Close. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. Yeah, I see. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, 68.86 million. Okay, here, the important one for everyone for the Huber bet update. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, 33 million copies. That's Breath of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom is, we'll just call it 22 million. We'll round up for Huber. Okay. 22 million. So Breath of the Wild is at 33.04, and the Switch 2 version hasn't hit 1 million yet, if we're assuming it didn't, it has to be 1 million or more. So 50 million. Huber said 50 million for that. Oh, yeah. Don't know what that's going to happen.
Slow and steady wins the race, Tom. Yeah.
That's the loophole, right? I didn't put a time limit. You have 20 years. I'll give you 20 years. Yeah. To the end of time.
Yeah. And then alongside of that, Damiani, based on market conditions.
Oh, here we go.
Nintendo is raising the price.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask.
For the original Switch.
Done.
Aren't they?
I know. Go ahead, Brent, because I don't know. I went off this timeline now. Why are we in a new generation and the previous gens is getting price increases?
Yeah.
Where are the price cuts?
I could see.
What's going on?
I'm shocked by that, though, especially since they want to beat that 160 number so bad. You'd think they would take a little.
so bad, or do we want them to so bad?
I guess maybe they don't want it as bad as we thought they did, maybe, Blood. Because
they don't want it as bad as they want the Switch 2 to be selling, though. That's
guess
the thing.
so,
They don't want to have to be in a position where they have to raise that price.
Here's another dark theory, okay? We're going back to this clandestine kind of meeting within the bowels of the beast.
Where is this meeting, Don?
I don't know, Kyoto. Somewhere in Kyoto. Unnamed warehouse.
Hear about this
Kyoto?
meeting? What is going on here?
They're gerrymandering the Switch 1.
No, I think they're worried that as they go here, it's starting to be like the picture's emerging. These Nintendo Directs are coming out, and there's no software, and you're like, no release date on Metroid yet. Is there, Damiani?
No. It's 25.
Okay, so what if now we're starting to shake here because we're
though.
thinking, I thought like, oh, that's going to be August for
Probably
sure.
going to be September.
No sign of August. It better be September because if it's not September, Damiani, there's a real case.
Don,
there's a real chance this could be the Christmas game.
Wait for opening night live. I feel like the Gamescom opening night live, we're going to get a few little announcements there, or Nintendo will do their own thing right around it. I feel very good about that. I think we're gonna get the Metroid Prime announcement. I think we're gonna like everything else that is dated for that's been said to be this year. We'll probably get those dates around that time.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna have a slew of Switch 2 releases. And I know some of them are cross. You can say like, Metroid Prime 4 is also Switch 1, but it is way more enhanced on Switch 2. Running at a higher frame rate, higher resolution, looks nice and crisp. There's no way you're going to play that on your Switch. 100%. I'm sorry.
All I'm saying is if that ends up being the option, like the big Nintendo release for this fall, if that's what it is, literally, and like no other giant
it is
Leviathan.
So Don,
then
you have
people
Metroid
are
Prime,
gonna. You got to. I mean,
you have Pokemon ZA, and then you have Hyrule Warriors to like cap the end. Of, like it's winter, but it might be January, February next year.
You might get the mainstream audience being like, I'm just going to buy a Switch. Some people don't have a Switch still. If that price increase didn't happen, they might have just been like, you know what, I'll just get a Switch. But now they're like, oh, the Switch is now $250 or with $350 or whatever. I don't know how much are they raising it?
More than I for Switch 2.
$340.
$340 now for a Switch 1.
The regular Switch is $340, up $40 from $300. The OLED is now $400. It was $350. And the Switch Lite is now $230. It was $200.
Yeah, so it's just, I don't know what the strategy other than trying to make the Switch one less appealing because they're worried it's going to bleed off.
There's not a strategy.
Yeah, the strategy is America is a shit
not lose
fire.
money. Yeah.
No, I just, to me, it's like, with the profits they're reaping off of those 2 sales, you'd think they'd be like, let's hit that 160 number. That's a nice thing a nice feather in your cap to say the highest selling system ever.
They would if they weren't having to pay through the nose to get the systems into the country.
I just think with the insane money they're making off these Switch 2s, they did say they're making profits on the systems of Switch 2 on consoles. They're not taking a loss. So they're making insane money. It would far more than offset, I think, the Switch
the
one
numbers that change every single day that they can't predict. Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, Don, asking for any amount of logic under a FA $ CI whatever regime, is not really a winning strat there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All
right.
But I will still say that like the fact that the base unit, I just see it in chat, but like, I mean, a lot of people have been thinking this, like even the base unit before like tariffs push up the price, not being slashed once during like this 7 now going on 8-year life cycle for the Switch 1. It's like, yes, the software will go on sale. Even Nintendo does sales. They did a summer sale. Their games are slashed for like anywhere from like $10 to $20 off their usual price. But the hardware just not getting a single price cut. It's like, and we're seeing, we might be seeing that going forward for everything, not just Nintendo. It's like or like you move on to a new generation, no price cut for any of these.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I mean,
that's
it definitely seems to
me.
The theme, right? All of these consoles have been kind of following that trend.
Oh no, they raised Alarmo too.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the one that people
Now
got
I'm
really
pissed.
upset
Yeah.
about.
So
the hell?
here's the rest of the price increases.
Why would you touch Alarmo?
Yeah.
the Joy-Con? So Switch One.
Is there nothing sacred?
Alarmo was the glue holding this company together.
Yeah, Alarmo went from $100 to $110. A lot of these are like $10 or $5 increases. The Switch One Joy-Cons went from 80 to 90. Switch One Pro went from 70 to 80.
God, those
NES
Joy-Cons were already so fucking expensive,
heart.
dude.
The NES controller went from 60 to 70. The Super NES controller went from 30 to 35. Is that right, Damiani? Oh, is it because the NES controller is a 2-pack? That's why. It's not just one controller.
I'm glad I just got that N64 controller.
Yeah, Sega Genesis controller went
Yeah.
from 50 to 55. The N64 went from 50 to 55. The Joy-Con charging
55?
stand went from 30 to 35. Then on the Switch 2 side, the Switch 2 dock went from 120 to 125. Pro controller went from 85 to 90. Joy-Cons went from 95 to 100.
God.
And the GameCube controller went from 65 to 70. Like,
Ugh.
I mean,
And Alarmo.
and Alarm. Oh, I said that earlier. 100 to 110 for Alarmo.
Yeah,
Nightmare.
Even the straps went up in price.
Alarmo is only $100. I would say Alarmo is $100.
I know. I thought you were going to say it went from 10 to 15 bucks. What the hell?
Exactly.
One thing that is suspiciously absent here from all these reports and everything is where's that Nintendo Tour game software sales? That
Welcome Tour now costs $82.
yeah, where's Welcome Tour sales? How'd that do?
Not a million. Not a million. Yeah, it did not get a third of the remaining software sales.
Brutal.
Yeah, because again, like there's Mario Kart, and then every other game together is 3 million. So wild.
Wow.
Moving on to Sony.
Chet says exit tour. That's good.
Sony's just got all kinds of cash piling up now.
Nice.
Hardware sales up 4.7%. Software sales up 11%. Network services, including PlayStation Plus, up 8.3%.
Wow.
Time for some layoffs.
PS5 has shipped 80.3 million units so far.
Nice.
So, yeah, we're 5 years in.
All right.
A little under 5 years in. 80 million. PSN monthly active users increased 6% from 116 million to 123 million players compared to last year, this quarter last year. God of War is the best-selling first-party game, 23 million.
All right.
Far behind Mario Kart.
Yeah.
23 million for God of War. That includes PC.
How much was God of War again? 20 what?
23 million.
That only put it at 7th place on the Switch best-selling list.
Ouch. Disgrace.
Horizon is second place with 20 million.
Wow.
Wow. So Horizon is second place, huh?
And then similarly here, while Sony appears to be mostly on track for its fiscal year forecast, it is now going to be specifically breaking down its operating income results into two categories: before tariff impact and after tariff impact.
There you go. That's good.
Good.
So
keep calling out that,
investors
keep bringing
will
attention to it.
See these numbers.
That's what you need to do.
Yeah. That'll
Join
help.
the resistance, Sony.
Yeah, that'll help for sure.
And then along with that, news this morning that broke from those quarterly meeting is that Sony is going to be taking more effort to make Bungie less independent.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay.
Integrating them into the PlayStation Studio structure. Sony Chief Financial Officer and Corporate Executive Officer Lin Tao said that when they acquired Bungie in 2022, they remained in an independent environment, but now as the company is going through structural reforms, this independence is getting lighter.
God,
That's a nice way of putting it.
As translated via Seeking Alpha. Quote, so Bungie is shifting into a role which is becoming more of a part of PlayStation Studios, and integration is also proceeding. So in the long term, if you can see this as an ongoing process, the direction is to become a part of PlayStation Studios.
All right. If they actually can right the ship and everything and make, things go smoothly, this will be good. But too many times we hear about this and it doesn't go well.
They start meddling.
We see like projects get canceled. I mean,
but that's the problem, Damiani. They have seen that, and that's what they're worried about.
I know. That's the caveat here, is that Bungie has been having some difficulty as of late. But I mean, Sony's financials looked very good, like year-over-year, year-on-year increases. So please don't lay off any more people. Please don't shut down any more studios.
That's
if
what
you're
I was
doing
gonna
well.
say.
That's the
Yeah.
main
Don't do
thing.
it.
Yeah, that's
like
the main
invest in Bungie. Like actually get them. Like identify the problems.
Maybe
get them
change
what
the
they
management
need.
or something. But like I'm glad. I'm
Yes.
happy to hear about reintegration or like, changing the management instead of laying everyone off. Like that. That's nice at least. Like Bungie.
And,
it's easy to dunk on them lately, but like, I don't know. I don't want anyone getting fired.
I did see Sony. What did they say? Multiplayer live service. I'm looking up. Sony admits their live service push is not entirely going smoothly. There you go. That's the first step, is admitting your problem. There we go. What we've all known for a while. Their CFO admits live service push is not entirely going smoothly. So is Lintao as well. Said in the Q&A. It was in the Q&A session for their financial briefing. So that's where it came from. VGC was the source for that.
You can't spell games as a service without AA, First steps.
That's true.
Oh, boy. Yeah. So hopefully that will be good news and not bad news. But
Yeah.
I think it's probably positive considering everything that's been going on there. Also,
I would probably trust Sony more than Microsoft at this point.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the only thing. Is Sony hasn't given us a
worse.
whole lot of reasons to not trust them like Microsoft has. So it's like
Yeah,
maybe
they
that
haven't been
integration
perfect.
will be healthy. It's like hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see.
yeah. Also this week, independent production company Lyrical Media has launched Lyrical Games. So we got a new game publisher here, indie publisher,
LG.
headed up by Blake Rockkind, who was previously in charge of Private Division before Take-Two decided that indie games don't make them enough money. The team also includes other folks who used to be at Private Division, as well as Devolver, Humble Games, and Microsoft. The new publisher has significant private funding and is primarily focused on the AAA space,
Triple I.
aiming to support imaginative and high-caliber games that live between the extremes of smaller indies and massive AAA productions. The publisher has already signed 3 titles, including the next game from Homeworld 3 developer Blackbird Interactive. And according to Lyrical Games, news and reveals for these titles are coming soon.
How do we get significant private funding?
I'm getting scared about AAA becoming dominant. Is it like a state of like everyone's just becoming so poor and stuff that AAA is just for the ultra rich now and not for us? That AAA is what has to step up
We'll
to
have a
take its
coupon
place.
day.
Yeah, like AAA is now the high budget for everybody that can afford games still.
We have AAA at home.
I got AAA when I need a tow truck.
I was watching a video, but you can get all kinds of like discounts and stuff through AAA.
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
video
you
games?
just have, no,
Maybe.
not usually.
Dang it.
But you just have to ask a lot.
I'm
going to
ask.
Yeah.
AAA will get you a Switch 1 for $250.
If you book a room through AAA, Don, at your favorite hotel,
Okay.
they'll add a free game console rental for you to have there set up.
That's a nice deal.
Yeah, I remember when I had my starter issues on my car.
Oh, yes.
And I had to take it to that place around the corner. And he was, going through and doing all the paperwork, and he's like, "Oh, looks like you won $100 off or something like that." And I'm like, "What?"
Nice.
It was like some
You're a
AAA
winner.
thing that I just like randomly like.
Well, that's
Wow.
nice.
Like,
Wow.
okay, cool.
AAA guy slides a map of all the McDonald's that still have a Nintendo 64 over to Don.
There you go.
Good looking out.
Next up, you can go ahead and roll this video here.
Roll it.
Which you should watch, by the way. This is really cool. The Video Game History Foundation has gotten the rights for Computer Entertainer, a magazine I have never heard of before, but is actually incredibly important. And they're posting it online for everybody to read, and you can source it and use it and all that stuff as long as you give the credit. They put the Creative Commons credit in there. Awesome. In the explainer video, Frank Cifaldi discusses their significance as they were basically the only U.S. video game magazine that survived the 80s crash. That was there before, through the crash, through the NES launch and stuff, and stayed around for several years later.
Interesting.
So they were there. It was run by two sisters, Mary Lou Badeau and Celeste
hell
Dolan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl boss, gatekeep, gaslight, girl boss.
It's the source for many of the NES release dates that we have on record because they were also part of their selling games. So they had all of those dates, and so he pointed out, like, a lot of times when you see a Wikipedia for, like, oh, this is when this game came out, the Computer Entertainer was the source that they were drawing from. Because again, there was almost nowhere else to.
That's the insane thing, isn't it? It's crazy that information used to be like coveted.
This thing looks so classic.
Yeah.
Just has the address on it. Incredible.
Look at that. What is that, a printer?
And then it also has some of the only U.S. reviews of those games.
So awesome.
Like those first run of like Super Mario Brothers and Metroid and The Legend of Zelda.
Ooh.
Yeah, so a lot of those, there's not a lot of other English language reviews except in like the UK. There were some places that were doing stuff there too.
Look, they're having new pricing structures back in 1982 also.
We should add a segment to the podcast where we read a blurb from this week.
Right.
Like in the 80s of Computer Entertainer.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that'd be fun.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'll make the camera black and white for that part.
All the issues have been scanned. So they had them in these crazy, those books that you saw was basically the complete full edition.
A collection of a bunch of issues.
He unbound one of the volumes so they could get clean scans of everything that they had. But there were some issues that they were missing that another collector was able to provide as well.
Oh, my God.
So they've got the whole set.
This work they're doing is just the best. This kind of preservation, oh, gosh. And for especially hard to get stuff, like just something so special about being able to go back through all those old issues and look through it. It's just beautiful thing, man. Shout out to Retro Gamer, too. Look at that in the background. Retro Gamer.
Yeah,
there it is.
Retro Gamer
Still out of the UK. Okay, that's like my favorite gaming magazine. I always call them out. They're back there.
Yeah.
So
head over to the Video Game History Foundation site. Check out Computer Entertainer. Check out this video to learn some more. It's really cool stuff. Some really great stories there.
That is rad.
Yeah. Sadder news. Despite company's earnings reports being on the up, IGN has laid off 8 more staff this week.
What in the hell?
Including our old friend Rob Manuel.
Oh, man, that's insane. What the F?
Yeah.
Jeez. That's sickening.
Rob worked with us at Game Trailers and worked with me at G4 as
Legend.
well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent
Yeah,
dude.
he's a mainstay.
Extreme talent. My goodness.
Probably knows more about indie games than any of us, like all of us put together.
Yes.
Yeah. Like,
man.
So.
They're unionized too.
Yeah, well, that's part of the thing, and they were all part of the union, so they wiped out a big part of the union.
How did that all work? So how does that work though? Even though they're part
the
of
union,
the
apparently got them more severance and some other benefits and things that they wouldn't have gotten.
For some reason, I thought unions protected you from being fired, but I guess that's not the case.
They put out a pretty big statement there. Yeah. They weren't happy, obviously.
Super lame.
On the other foot at IGN, this morning, Digital Foundry announced that they are breaking away from IGN and will now be fully independent.
Very good.
Digital Foundry started in 2015 as part of the Gamer Network, which was later sold to ReedPop and then to IGN. In a statement to the game business, Richard Ledbetter said, "We've enjoyed success across the years, but since the ReedPop days, we've always wanted to be fully independent and to chart our own course. It's a highly volatile landscape for games media right now, but we firmly believe there's a role for independents, experts in their fields, to make a difference."
Yeah. I think they'll be successful with this.
Yeah, they're very specialized.
Yep.
They're a known thing.
Beloved.
I feel like they'll fit. They have that crossover with the tech appeal as well. Like you see some of the tech channels like
like
Linus. Linus Tech Tips and then Gamer Nexus or the ones that do like the more PC centric stuff that are really good stuff, but this, I think they'll have like that appeal because we don't have we do have others, but like they don't seem to get as much attention as Digital Foundry in terms of like doing those big technical deep dives into breaking down games.
Yeah. They're the go-to
that a lot of us don't really have the capacity to talk about in that way. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, and I love when they dig into. Sometimes they'll do like retro stuff too, and talk about just how significant and how crazy this stuff was for its time, and yeah,
they're good go-to source.
Yeah.
That'll be pretty successful. It's going to be fun to see what they do now. They're safe. Relatively safe.
Roll this one. Shipping Claws versus the Brainioids.
Oh, what do we have here?
The next game from XCOM creator Julian Gollop.
Nice.
Okay.
They have announced that they are going to be releasing the game with a friend pass.
Yes.
Similar to It Takes Two and Split Fiction.
Yeah.
So
those definitely work.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so this is a like co-op RTS game essentially, and it does do split screen and stuff. But now with the friend pass, you can download that friend pass and then connect to your friend that owns the game and play through the campaign with them. And there are also PvP maps available at launch that you can play as well. And in addition to that, the Friend Pass actually kind of serves as a demo, and you can play the first 4 single-player levels using the Friend Pass, too.
Oh, that's
kind of cool.
That is awesome. Yes, I love that. Ferris had his friend pass strategy on the prior game too, before Split Fiction, didn't it?
Yeah, It Takes Two. Yeah,
and it did. Both games were wildly successful sales, right?
Insanely successful. Yeah,
it's a curious thing to see. I really hope that more of the games, especially with the rising tariffs, rising prices, and everything, if more games can find that aren't maybe just strictly co-op split screen experiences like this or whatever, like can find a way to start integrating some form of friend pass sharing. Maybe if it's not the entire game, but sort of like what the 3DS did or whatever back in the day, a piece of the game can be shared just to sort of see, like it might actually increase.
Game share thing now, which I haven't played with yet. But
I think it would help sales in a lot. You don't think of it as like, oh, we're losing a sale. I think in a lot of ways it'd be helping a lot of these games.
I definitely think because people would be like, well, we have to buy 2 of these.
They give you some value.
I'm not gonna buy it at all. Whereas in this one, you've got probably a bunch of people who are on the fence thinking, we're basically getting 2 games for the price of 1.
Yep.
Might as well get it. I think it's genius. It's
and
so
you can
good.
split the cost. You can just
split the
Venmo
cost.
$30 to somebody. Yeah.
That's like when Sunderfolk. I mean, that game turned out to be like super robust, but like I was kind of surprised it was $60. But then I realized that like only one person needed it, and you could play it with like 4 people.
That is awesome.
And I was like, oh, okay.
So
and I think that's the thing too, that for games like this, that like they're already going to be doing a split screen,
right?
Yeah. Like if you have things with local co-op, then like why not figure out how to make that extra person available online as well?
Yeah, no, it's not that big of a thing they have to build into it. Even with other games, that's what I mean. Like that, maybe it would be more a complex thing because it's not a split screen experience like this. Just find a way to give them a limited part of the game to share, even to give some sort of experience there and like add major value. I think they would increase sales. Hopefully, we see that. I hope we start seeing that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really
This
nice.
game looks fun, though. I love the art style. It looks super fun, real-time tactics. I want to check it out for sure. And then the pedigree of XCOM, holy crap, doesn't get better than that. So, what's the title, though? Odd name.
Shipping Claws versus the Brainioids.
Shipping Claws. So I got to remember that.
I thought you would like that title. The versus the Brainioids feels very Dawn.
I like it. I do like it. I just got to remember that now. Shipping Claws.
Shipping Claws.
All right, cool.
Let's play a game.
Outside of Love and Respect, what's happening?
I was going to say, wait,
This
what
is
happened?
presented by Michael Damiani.
Oh, yeah. You got me there. I was like, This is great.
Cool.
This is specifically for Don.
Oh,
So I guess
yeah.
if Don gives up, then somebody else can guess. But don't jump
Yeah,
in.
if it would have been for Don and
Damiani already
Huber
knows 'cause he sent it to
specifically.
me. Yeah.
Oh, I need a phone a friend
But
for Huber.
anyone can answer these.
Dang
but
it. I need a phone a friend for Huber. All right.
Yeah. So these are the difficulty modes. There are 4 difficulties in Terminator 2D No Fate. And so
They did an
all
overview trailer today,
Okay.
Dawn. A new 3-minute overview
Oh, I didn't
trailer that
see
goes
it.
over all the features and levels and all the things they're doing, the modes in the game. And one of the things they introduced was they have multiple difficulty settings.
Okay.
So for everyone who has not seen it,
Yeah.
you must guess what those 4 difficulty settings are because they are based on terms or phrases from Terminator 2.
Beautiful. I love this.
Just from 2?
Just from 2.
Good. That's
Maybe
the most,
one
by
might
far
have
the
been
most
said before,
quotable.
but I'm
by
pretty
far
sure these
the
are
most quotable.
all famous from Terminator 2, I would say.
Most quotable.
So, yeah, so you have 4 difficulties, so maybe
So I have to
start
put them
with,
in order, or how does this work?
I don't know if you can necessarily. Put
I have
them in
to
order,
guess
but-
what the
You know what?
phrases are?
Yeah.
Just guess a phrase, we can tell you, because we see the difficulty listing.
Okay.
So you have 4 difficulties.
I just have to guess what the phrase is, not how difficult
yeah,
that is.
a term or a
interesting.
phrase.
and they're
from
fairly
it,
short.
yeah.
Like
I'll
the
be
longest
back
one
has
is
to
3
be
words.
one.
We'll say
No,
that.
I'll be
I'll
back is not one of them. No.
I
I
have
thought
some
that was going to be
guesses.
easy. Easy mode was going to be I'll be back. Wow.
No, easy mode is not that.
All right. How about yeah, I
One
don't
of
know.
them's got to be Hasta La Vista.
So,
baby, right?
okay, Hasta
your
La
mom-
Vista is the 3rd highest difficulty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Or sorry, the 2nd highest difficulty.
Hasta la vista. is
That's
the third
one.
highest. What
Yeah,
would
so
be
that's
the-
either normal or hard, depending on
Alright.
how this is
You're-
going. Yeah, it's
yeah.
probably
Yeah.
hard. I'd say. Yeah.
One of
up
them
from
is a
base.
phrase.
What's wrong with
one of them-
Wolfie? Is what's wrong with Wolfie?
No. So
No problemo is the lowest.
that's
Oh, no
that's one of them.
problemo.
That's the
That's a good
second
one.
easiest. It's
That's-
not the easiest.
I
but
literally
it's the
just
second.
watched Terminator 2 again last night. So this works
Okay,
out.
yeah, you got to help me out.
Yeah,
Okay, the
so now-
easiest
so
one
you've got
is
the two
another
middle
John.
ones.
It's another John Connor quote.
Okay, we have the 2 middle ones.
Oh,
Yeah, the
okay,
easiest
so,
one.
So there's an easiest, and then no problemo, and then Hasta La Vista.
Yeah.
So yeah, easiest, no problemo, hasta la vista, and then the hardest difficulty you haven't guessed either.
Oh man,
Okay, hang on. What are all the quotes?
I
He's
don't
like,
know. I can't. I
are you
can't think
calling
of
The John
Blah
Connor
a shithead? Dick.
it. Fuck you, little
Fuck
dipshit.
you little dipshit.
Is that the hardest?
That's not coming in a
Dang it.
patch. That's a new
Yeah.
one coming later.
That would be
No.
really good.
I'll give you some hints. It's in the early part of the movie.
Okay.
He says it when he's with his friend, the redhead.
Oh, easy money.
Easy money.
Boom. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I know
Hell yes.
one.
Hell yes. Hell yes. That's
He
a good
says,
one.
All right,
yeah,
now-
when he hacks the ATM.
Yeah.
Now you need the
easy with an
hard-
Now you just need the
Atari. He hacked it
hardest
with an
difficulty.
Atari.
Yeah.
Oh,
Atari.
blow him away. Blow him away. That's a good idea.
This is
Jack.
it's the most obvious one.
Wait, what are we now on? The hardest?
the hardest,
The hardest
difficulty.
one.
I know now why you cry.
That would actually be good.
That'd actually be
This is
really
not a.
good.
That
This
would
is
be
not
good.
a. this is
Judgment
not a-
Day.
Judgment
There it
Day.
is.
There you go.
Oh.
I was gonna say if it's not a quote, one of them has to be Judgment Day.
Judgment Day.
Man, this game. I'm salivating. When does it come out? End of August? Right?
October 31st.
Oh, why do I have to wait
Just in
that
time
long?
for Halloween.
Right
What else did we
alongside
see
Mina
earlier?
the Hollower.
Yeah, Mina the Hollower. What a drop. Mina the Hollower.
What a
T2.
2D feast day.
Yeah,
that is.
no kidding. Oh my gosh. Heck yeah, that was a fun game.
That was fun.
Nice. Thanks, Damiani. Now it's time for love and respect. Love and respect
And respect.
from Rat Avenue.
Good name.
Down to Rat Avenue.
Gonna rock on too.
Smelled like a dead rat outside earlier.
I love that smell.
Oh, did you cook it up?
Reminds
and
me of
feed
the
it to
movie theaters
to the
when I was a kid.
brontosaurus?
It reminds me of the movie theaters.
Put any cheese on it?
Now
What?
you're talking
Any garlic?
nacho cheese.
Put cheese on a dead rat?
The smell of
you were playing
nacho
with
cheese
us.
with the dead rat mixing in an auditorium is classic.
Oh, you're talking about
childhood memory.
Co-op.
Co-op
Kaiju
Kaiju
horror
Horror
cooking.
Cooking Simulator.
Oh, I get it.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about nacho cheese.
I was
Anyways.
very concerned for a second there, Black.
Eating dead rats. Hey, it happens.
Rad Avenue says, follow up from my last question about struggling to start new games from a couple weeks back.
Oh, yeah.
I took Damiani's advice and decided to replay older games. And one game in particular grabbed my attention, Warframe.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, here we go.
Wow.
I played the game since it released on Xbox all the way back in 2014.
Ooh, I'm so sorry.
Stopped in 2018 because I switched over to PC and for one reason or another never picked up the game again. What's up?
I was saying they stuck with it.
Yeah. Also, I'm playing it on Series X. I'm found that gaming on a console helps me stay focused on actually starting games rather than using a PC. I get way too distracted and just doom scroll on Twitter or watch YouTube. I've since put 50 hours into the game.
Yeah.
Something about the grind and making your frame do bigger numbers that flash up on screen. It's just something in my lizard brain. With that being said, have you ever replayed a game that you immediately got addicted to? So go back to a game, get sucked in.
Yes. Death Stranding 1.
Oh.
After I finished 2, I went right into Director's Cut, and
Whoa.
I was like, I even remember saying, I'm not going to platinum this game, and I totally platinumed that game. And it was only like 20 hours shorter, and I was like, oh, Death Stranding 1's way shorter than 2. The platinum stuff is a little bit more ridiculous, but I couldn't stop playing it, because I just wanted more of the Death Stranding, the building up there. I wanted Strand games. I want more Strand games, sorry. And I was like just having to work within the limitations after being like spoiled by the quality of life improvements of 2. A little bit more of the challenge and like the little bit of the more grindiness of the first game in terms of like you don't have all those advancements. You don't have the monorail system. You don't get the building roads only exist in the middle America area, the central region. It's not on the West Coast or the East Coast regions. It's like, wait, because I was doing the first part, I was like, yo, where do I start building the roads and stuff? And I had to look it up. I'm like, oh, you never build roads in this zone. I was like, oh, what the hell? What the hell?
I had zip lines across all of America.
Oh, my God.
And then I was in the central zone so long they got destroyed because I built all the zip lines and then I think I did it even when I originally played it.
Yeah.
And I didn't remember. I was like, there's no way the time fall's working when I'm like not on that map, right? Yep, everything red warning signs everywhere. I was like, okay, I'm screwed.
Oh, man. For me, there's been quite a few games that I've become like obsessed about, but definitely one game comes to mind that is most similar to what I would describe as, I imagine, what an addiction would be like, of like this thing that's just like you become obsessed with, you play it a bunch, and then you kind of stop, and it just keeps creeping its way into your life, like a different point. Instead of having a random point, you just be like, become insanely obsessed with the game again and just be like playing it for a week straight. Rocket League. I don't know why, out of all games on earth, that game throughout my life, like I just keep circling back to every couple years or something. I'll get like sucked into it again and just like obsessively play it. It's just something is so satisfying about everything. The physics, the like fast play, just from one game to another, the completing the seasons and everything. It's just like, my God, that game is just so easy to become obsessed with over and over again. Just like return to again. So Rocket League has been an addiction over the years for me, for sure. Oh, yes.
I don't know if this really happens to me much. Like I'll pop back into my old favorites, you know, like Symphony of the Night and Myst and Bloodborne and Souls and stuff. But like, you know, either I just beat it quickly or I play the first like 30, 40 minutes and I'm like scratched the itch. So then I like do something else. I don't know if I like have jumped back into something and gotten re-obsessed with it. I don't know. I can't think of one that did that.
Yeah. I mean, I think some of the ones I'm thinking of like kind of maybe feel a little bit obvious, but it's just, you know, like Tetris Effect.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
that's a good one.
Get really, you know, it's like, oh, how late is it now? Same thing like Puzzle Fighter. And I mean, as essentially was my like experience with Balatro, where it's like I had put it down and then it wasn't until months later that I picked it back up. And then when I picked it back up, it's like, then I was more sucked in the second time than I was the first time.
Yeah. Yeah. That game is probably a really good one for a lot of people for that. Yeah.
And then, but yeah, some of the other ones I'm thinking of, like, it's not so much that I would get sucked into like the old game, but like when the new game comes, I come sucked back, like Splatoon, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like I'll pick up Splatoon for a night and play some rounds, but like I'm not like fully sucked back in.
Or where you can't
But,
put it
like,
down kind of deal.
Yeah, but when Splatoon 2 came out, I was sucked back in. When Splatoon 3 came out, I was sucked back in, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with Animal Crossing.
Oh, yeah.
There have been multiple times where I thought, like, okay, this is probably the last time I'll be fully engaged with Animal Crossing, and then a new one comes out, and it's like, oh, nope, they got me.
Off the wagon. Off the Animal Crossing wagon, yeah. Yeah, no, it's Rocket League. That's the thing about it. It's like there's so many times when it's just that type of game that was like, more than anything else where I'd be like, yeah, I'll play 2 or 3 rounds and literally be like 20 or 25 or 30 rounds, like just like hours and hours, 1 hour thing becomes like an 8-hour thing with that game. It's insane.
Yeah. From Rado Views, hi allies, longtime listener and viewer, but first time poster. Thank you.
Nice.
Right.
I followed you all since inception of EZA after discovering your 2015 E3 reactions on GT.
Oh, wow.
And
An
wanted
OG.
more stuff, and I wanted more stuff. Love all that you do. Love and respect. I've had the privilege of finishing Donkey Kong Bananza.
Ooh.
And it's quite honestly now my favorite game of all time.
Holy moly.
Woo!
Dethroning Final Fantasy VII and Mother 3.
Interesting.
Heavy hitter.
Wow. Interesting.
I know that's incredibly high praise, but for me, as a big Nintendo fan, and my first games being 3D Mario games, nothing makes me more excited than a 3D Nintendo platformer.
Oh, yes.
Nintendo characters have always been legendary even without big games, such as Waluigi and Daisy being popular choices in many spin-offs. Growing up with the GameCube and Game Boy, I've always been a huge Donkey Kong fan. Not only as the character, but also with the DKC games. Mm-hmm. Being able to see a character I love to play in every Mario Party, Mario Kart, and Mario spin-off get his big premiere game in a style that I love and have wanted so long was the greatest experience I've had in my gaming life. I was not only having the time of my life playing this game, but the feeling of nostalgia and wonder experiencing all the callbacks to my childhood was something unfathomable that I really only get from a new 3D Mario entry every so often. And even more so with DK, since he's one of my favorite Nintendo characters alongside Bowser and Meta Knight. It made me weep by the end. Late 20-something-year-old, by the way.
Awesome.
Although I'd love to know what games made you all feel this way, as I've been fortunate enough to get this DK game and FF7 remakes in recent years, my question is more Nintendo-focused. With Donkey Kong's recent big break, what minor or more sidelined Nintendo characters would you love to see get in star in a big AAA title? Personally, I'd love another Bowser's Inside Story treatment for the Koopa King on a big adventure. A Meta Knight and King DDD team up in a classic Kirby side-scroller, or a Yoshi-dedicated 3D platformer that lets you explore Yoshi's Island, with each different colored Yoshi having different skill sets. I could probably think of a billion more, but those sit at the top of my list. How about you? So minor Nintendo character gets their big Donkey Kong Bananza game.
Oh, so it's even more minor, because I would say that even though it got more, I think, love, attention, and love from Sakurai, Pit, the Kid Icarus Uprising, I wouldn't necessarily call that. Like, they could definitely, I think, go a little like harder on Kid Icarus. And didn't really make any breakout on Switch, so maybe Switch 2. Obviously Sakurai's finishing Kirby Air Riders, and then who knows?
Oh yeah, that's coming out this year too.
Yeah, supposedly supposed to, I guess. And who knows if they're bringing Sakurai back to work on whatever next Smash Brothers might be, which would be like, that's like the Avatar of video games right there. Like, good luck. You're gonna be working on that for 5, 6, 10 years. Who knows? Anyway, yeah, I think Kid Icarus, getting a big 3D, high budget for Nintendo standards would be kind of nice, because it's they've tried it with Uprising. They should get maybe another crack. And if Sakurai has the time, try again. I think there's still something there, but I don't know if that's too known of a character, I guess.
I think that's a great pick, Damian, Kid Icarus, because just what you said, like so much excitement generated when Uprising, and it didn't quite fulfill, the expectations, and it's just like always been a kind of, really liked character. I think that's gotten so little sort of titles under their name. I'm having trouble thinking one other than Meta Knight. I think is a great pick because I love playing as Meta Knight in like Star Allies. Anytime you get the opportunity to, it's such a fun character. I think it would totally work as like the main character of his own game, although it'd be, similar to a Kirby. You have any in there, Isla? I don't know if I can come up with any.
It's time for Waluigi Sneakin' Love, baby.
There
that was coming.
Waluigi Sneakin' Love, baby. Let's go.
Long time coming.
Set up all the underloved, underused Nintendo characters with each other. Find love through the art of sneaking and creeping about. Like a positive creeping.
Positive creep.
Positive creeping. Chat actually had a few ice climbers. Somebody says, do Star Fox justice, which is fun.
Wow.
What was Sheik in? What was Zelda dressed up in?
Ocarina of Time originally.
Time.
Melee, Smash Bros. Melee.
Oh, okay. Waluigi Sneakin' Love.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, outside of Waluigi, the one that came to my mind was Mona from WarioWare.
Oh,
yeah.
Riding around on that little scooter and everything.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Curious.
That could actually be super fun gameplay, actually. Wow.
Yeah. Something with a scooter would be great.
You could do the dog from Duck Hunt.
From Duck Hunt.
Birdo, obviously. Although I don't really want them to mess with Birdo too much.
Just like catching ducks.
Yeah. Fun stuff. Thank you, Rado. From Ludwig. Hey, allies. We all probably agree that writing in games is super important, and I recently discovered for myself how difficult it is to write well, because I work as a game designer at a studio that doesn't have any writers.
Oh.
Our game doesn't really have any story, but some of us have had to fill in the writing void when it comes to naming everything in the game, from characters to places to objects and equipment. I've learned just how much a simple prop can enhance the world building by giving it an evocative name that gels with the core fantasy of the game. The name of something could even be the punchline to a joke where a game mechanic is the setup. So to give some extra love and respect to this overlooked aspect of writing, I wanted to ask if you have any favorite names of characters, places, objects, etc. from games or other media. And how has it been for you to come up with a name for Easy Allies in all of your shows? Personally, I think Morticia from the Addams Family is the best named character ever, and all the different Zerg units in StarCraft and that end with Lisk really helps sell their unique vibe. Wish they could have used it more.
Estelle Natural Born of the Void is pretty good.
Yeah.
Great name.
A lot of those are going to be up there.
Wiggler. Wiggler's a good one.
Wiggler? It's descriptive,
really good.
yeah.
Love Wiggler.
You get what you pay for. Does what it says on the tin.
Yeah.
Love Addams Family. Hire my wife if you need a writer for your game.
So like come up with like,
Yeah.
more almost like comic book sounding names for like heroes and villains. Like Metal Gear does that a lot. Like Solid Snake, Liquid Snake. It's like, wait, what? Solidus Snake. It's like, okay. The Fury, oh my gosh, Psycho Mantis, stuff like that. Yeah. It's like Sniper Wolf. I mean, some of those aren't as just, a little bit more simple now that you hear them said out loud, 20 years after they came out. But
I mean, I think that's a testament to how good their names are, that they sound, that the phrase Sniper Wolf or Psycho Mantis just sounds normal to us. It's like, you coined a great name, a good term.
Yeah. Vulcan Raven.
I know I can't rattle them off right now. Huber would be able to, but Ratchet and Clank had just like so many good names for the weapons. A lot of good names for a lot of things in the Ratchet and Clank franchise, like characters, like everything. Ratchet and Clank was loaded full of good things.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the things that there's a lot of fun stuff like that with DK as well. Just even just whoever came up with Bonanza, man.
Excellent.
Just so perfect.
Yep.
It was ridiculous, but I Am Error Damiani.
Oh, yeah.
Wait. Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
I know there's been some good ones recently that I'm just on the tip of my tongue. They're just I'm blanking on right now.
I like the names of the ghosts in Pac-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Pinky and
Pinky, Blinky,
yeah.
Definitely appreciate the Mario and Luigi and Paper Mario
yeah.
naming of things for
Doom
sure.
Guy.
Thank you. Before we get to this week's bets, Easy Allies patrons are getting 2 bonus love and respect questions, including questions about mounts and custom characters.
Mounts?
Mounts.
Like mounts. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't hear it.
The things you
Writable
paid $60 for in 14.
things.
They're $24.99. Thank
Oh,
you
okay,
very much.
okay. Sorry,
They added a
sorry.
giant, fluffy,
That's
beautiful
fair.
cat mount.
There's 60
Like,
with the tariffs now.
Yeah, the digital tariff. That's right.
Make
Yeah.
Damiani pass out.
Yeah, so if you want to continue that conversation, get in on that extended cut. Become a $5 patron at patreon.com/easyallies. Again, thank you to everybody that chipped in when we brought it up last month. Definitely saw a nice little bump there. Still a long way to go, but it definitely helps. Every
gotta
little
keep
bit
this thing
helps
bumping.
for sure.
Yeah.
But becoming a patron, you get into that Discord. You get this podcast 2 days early, and you get to submit those questions to Love and Respect. So I'm really happy with everyone that's been, I think that's part of the evidence, right? Some new people have jumped in.
Excellent.
And they're putting in questions. And I'm seeing
Excellent.
these names I haven't seen before, so that's really cool.
Feels good.
Bloodworth is pleased.
Oh, yes.
And if you really want to help us out, you can get into one of our producer tiers. Our platinum producers get a shout out on this podcast each and every week. This month's shout outs go to Jabawebs and L. Thanis. Shout out. Now come join us on Patreon for those bonus questions.
Do it now.
Patreon.com/easyallies. All right, it's time for bets. This week's bet, keeping on the theme of Don's rants,
Oh,
Dragon Drive is out next Thursday.
here we go. I'm tuned up for another one.
It's 3-on-3 wheelchair basketball for
'Kay.
Switch 2.
All right.
Using the mice, both mice.
It's a great pitch.
Doing that.
Yeah. On your thighs, everyone. Right, Gabby?
Yeah.
Yeah, on your thighs if you don't have
You're going
a
to wear
desk
out your
or
thighs
anything.
with this game.
Yeah.
All that mouse action.
I want to know, in the launch trailer, how many times will we actually see a ball go in a basket?
Ah.
And most recent trailer, if they don't do a launch trailer for whatever reason. First of all, Damiani, the arrogant child.
5.
Ooh.
5 baskets. Wicked Worm, I went 6.
Ah, this is going to be a tight race, everyone. This is going to be a tight race.
Okay.
I love this.
I'll just stick to the order since it's easier. Isla, Whimsical Scum.
I said 12, Daniel.
Oh.
12. Don, Punish Castellanos.
I went with 7.
Oh,
Tight race.
nice grouping.
Yes.
And Gabby, Strange Valentine.
Oh my God, that's insane.
Oh my.
This is going to be fun.
Damn, we counted right up the
5,
numbers.
6, 7, 8.
Wow.
12.
12.
Someone's got to nail
You
it.
guys don't believe in these guys.
It's hard to make a basket in that game.
I don't know the Dragon Drive because they've already done the overview trailer. So the launch trailer,
Yeah, who
Could
knows?
have 0.
43 seconds or 5 seconds or, well, not 5 seconds, but you know, not very. It could be very short. Could be
Yeah.
very short to launch it. We'll see. Last week's bet, Mafia: The Old Country is out this week. Check out
Damn.
Huber's impressions. Last week, Huber asked how many times GTA or Grand Theft Auto would be mentioned in the top 10 English reviews on OpenCritic.
Ah.
Because people back in the day was like, oh, there's, this open world's not like the GTA open world, da 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 da. So, Damiani was out. I had bet 13 times, 13 GTAs. Isla bet 6 GTAs. Don bet 6 GTAs. Gabby was also out. And Huber bet 8 GTAs. IGN, goose egg, 0.
Uh-oh.
Game Rant, 1.
Ooh.
All right.
Polygon, 0 again.
Uh-oh.
GameSpot, 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Just 3.
Dual Shockers, 0.
Uh-oh.
The Daily Mirror, 0.
Uh-oh.
WCCF Tech, 0.
Oh.
Gaming Nexus, 0. PC Games N, 0.
Hi, Lauren.
And Gaming Bolt, 0.
Oh.
So the answer is 3. The split
Hey, wait.
Isla and Dawn.
Booyah. Yes.
Hey, woo!
Nice
Good
work,
job,
Isla.
Don. We did
More
it.
Don padding.
Bringing the scores to 10 for Punish Castellanos
Dispatch.
and 4 for Whimsical Scum.
I don't know what my sound is.
That was good.
I think my sound is I make some kind of sound and then say I don't know what my sound.
That's a nice sound.
Thank you. I just love you screaming dispatch.
As I said, Huber's out today, but we did put up he put a lot of time into Mafia the Old Country.
Yeah.
We got it right before the weekend. He played a bunch of it, and then we recorded some impressions on Sunday before he flew out. So check that out. We put that up this morning, and we will also be getting his Metal Gear Solid 3 thoughts sometime. I don't even know when. I have to ask. I have to find out when that's actually happening. But yeah, those will happen. Also, Gamescom is coming just over a week away.
Crazy.
Huber and I will be there. Isla will be out that week, so
Yeah.
heads up. Our schedule's going to be a little weird. Going to be a little crazy.
Things are going to be a little
I
bizarre.
got some questions
Oh,
to ask
yes.
people because there's some
Get
things we
in,
haven't locked
dog.
down yet.
Oh, yes.
But we will not be recording the podcast on that Thursday night. That's the most important thing for you to know. We will not be doing the usual early access that week. Instead, what's going to happen is after we fly in on Saturday, we're going to come in on Sunday. Me, Huber, Don will be here. We're going to do a special Gamescom kind of wrap-up episode. We probably won't get everything that we played at Gamescom into that. We'll probably have a separate thing to get more stuff. But the podcast will be a Gamescom podcast. And we will get that out to everyone as soon as we can. Also, we're doing a meetup at Gamescom. If you happen to be there, if you happen to be in town or going to the show, that will be Thursday night after the show floor. We will meet at the top of the steps by the cathedral, same spot as last year if you were there last year. I'm guessing we will likely get over there around 8:30ish after we've wandered our way over and walked across the bridge. And then we'll, around 9 o'clock or so, once we think everybody's gathered up, we'll wander over and get some food and drinks.
It'll be so fun.
Have fun.
Dang, that sounds awesome.
Don't climb the Dom. Because
Oh,
we
yeah.
did that right before walking to dinner and going to opening night live, and we were all very tired. We're not as young as we used to be.
Definitely do walk the dome sometime. Maybe not that time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you've never done it, do it. But don't do it the same day as a bunch of Gamescom stuff.
Yeah. All right. Isla and Don, you get to split responsibilities. You get a shout out, anything or anyone that's on your mind. You get a final word, and you get a sign off. One of you
What do
gets
you want,
two, one of
Don?
you gets one. Maybe somehow you can share one. I don't know.
You can have as much as you want. If you have a shout out, and you could take them both if you'd like, and I could do a sign off. It's up to you, Isla. What do you have ready to go?
I got nothing but my sign off ready to go.
Dang it, that's all I. All right, let's see. I can shout out a pupuseria. I can shout. I'm trying to think of things I can shout out. 99
Shout
cent.
out.
It's 99-cent pupusa day. I'm extremely excited. We're gonna
Oh, hell
Bloodworth
yeah.
and I are gonna be devouring these things in mere moments.
I'm pretty hungry too. Shout out to Alien Earth. I hope that's good. That comes out on the 12th.
And
First
it's-
2 episodes.
Yeah, billboard with the egg opening in Earth
Yeah.
coming out in the egg.
Whoa.
The egg sack is Earth.
Yeah.
It's a sick little piece of
Big
marketing.
alien.
Yeah, it was a good billboard.
Are they
Definitely big
using
alien.
On Earth Everyone Can Hear You Scream? Because that was the original pitched tagline for 3 that they never used.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Bring it
this is our
back.
combo shout out final word.
Yeah, bring it
Alien
back.
Earth.
Final word, Isla. What's the story with this Switch 2? Are we happy with this thing, or
You know, it's cooking. It's getting there.
it's getting warming
I'm
up?
not pleased with the price point,
Yeah.
and it needs more games, but it's early days, you know?
It's early
We'll
days.
get there, Don. Don't worry about it.
Get on board the Switch train while you can, while it's still affordable.
I mean, just steal one.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
Don endorses theft.
No.
Yeah. Any of the big box stores, they got this stuff coming. You see these layoffs they've been doing?
Yeah. It's insured.
Yeah.
You're doing them a favor, really. You're making them more money.
That's a nice way of looking at it. Are we cutting? Are we?
Somebody
The first
needs to
time a sign-off has ever been
before
cut from the episode.
What's
Get
your
the cops
sign off
in
again?
Oh yeah, we've got to exchange sign. I'm trying to remember yours.
Mine is good night and good game.
Okay, you do mine. Mine is Sayonara Essays.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm already on you, so do you. Do mine.
Okay, until next time, everyone. Good night and good game.
Sayonara essays.
Dude, there's tornadoes.